the way every team performs, specifically the four thrives, Team Flash, back-to-back two chicken dinners, and same goes for GG, two chicken dinners. Every team play. But
if you want to have a play of this prize pool for yourself. And the top fragger, the MVP, in 3 of these days, 18 total matches, will get an exclusive prize of 100 USD personal prize for himself. Again, talking about the teams playing, guys, you already know which of these teams are there that are playing in this particular match. We have Vampire Esports joining us today. This yesterday they were a little busy with some of their marketing material, all that photography and all that stuff that esports guys do. So esporty stuff. So today they are available and they will be joining us on day number 2, talking about the event calendar, guys. We are on 4th of September today, second day of the tournament, and yes, tomorrow is the final day of this invitational season 2. And the format is pretty simple, guys. 18 teams, 3 days, 18 matches, and day 3 will be the Smash Rule.
exactly, the day 3 will be the Smash rule, and it's a new rule, new trendy rule. And I'm not a fan of Smash rule, but let's see if the Smash rule get activated on the third day. It will get activated. Well, let's see if any team gonna win this tournament by the Smash rule. But point system on your screen is the same conventional, traditional point system. The first one will get the 10 points, 6 points will be there for the second guy, 5 points for the third placement, 4 points for the fourth placement, 3 points for the fifth placement, 2 points for the sixth placement, and 1 point for 7th to 8th. None points will be given to 9th to onward teams, but 1 elimination point will be given. So it's a dynamic. You can get a lot of elimination points, and you can get, collectively you can increase your positioning in the point system. But here you are, participants team on your screen. Alpha Gaming, we don't need any introduction of these teams. Alpha Team, Team Alpha Gaming, DRX, Four Thrives, Haley Sports, Team Flash, and specifically the one and only Word Gay. And after that, E-Arena, Yangon Galacticon, Skyforce, Hora Esports, Bloods Officials, Nepex, ASI8, Regicide, 313 are new champions of PMNC. Runner-up and GG Esports, Maxebels, and Vampire Esports that are joining us today. So each of these teams has a potential, each of these teams are very well experienced, but look at the overall ranking, a huge difference between the top 3 contenders and below than those. So four tries with 88 points dominating the lobby on the first day, and on the second spot it's Team Flash, then Team GG with 60 points, then Nepix with 38 points with a difference of 50%. And then we can see ASI8 with 37 points, Alpha Gaming with 35 points, TRX with 34, 313 E-Arena both with 32, and Maxebels with 28, and Yangon Galacticons with 26, 22, and all the other you can see on your screen. So overall ranking, it seems like the top 3 are not giving any chance to anyone below than those. So it's gonna be a huge competition today, because a lot of teams will gonna do, gonna give their best, specifically the Vampire Esports that are joining us today, and also Skyforce. We all know how good the Skyforce team is, and specifically the Yangon Galacticons. But let's see how these teams perform today, and are someone from below gonna dethrone Four Thrives, Team Flash, or Team GG or not.
Well, if you ask me honestly, I think potential is there. APG, they have a very good uh, positional position. They are in 6th position, so not big of a deal to reach 3rd position if GTs get some bad matches early on. But other than that, I think below 6th or 7th position it gets very difficult. And aiming for the first spot today, if they get closer to them, that will be, in my opinion, a bigger achievement than anything else. But so far, my hopes are high that the teams from above 3rd onward, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th, they'll try to get to at least 3rd position, like dethrone GG from the 3rd spot. But we'll see how these things will play out. But let's have a quick look at the overall players' MVP ranking for our day 1. We have IQ right on top with 3,480 damage, eliminations 16, 7 assists. Same thing goes for 40 Fallout. The difference is not that much. Fallout can get that difference sorted out like in a match or so. Then Team Flash, the champions coming from the side of from PMNC Vietnam. I must say they did an amazing job yesterday, collecting about 60 points in only 2 matches. So if they're sitting on second spot with the difference of 10 points to fourth tribe, I must say they did very well.
भाई। अब इसकी आवाज़ ही नहीं आ रही।
Those fights. Flash and 4T are a good match, in my opinion.
Exactly. These guys are definitely on the killing spree. The team Flash, they were going like Flash between the teams and killing everyone in the lobby and not forgiving anyone. I think it's the third match or yesterday in which these guys got 22 elimination in single match and then carrying out 18 elimination on the upcoming match. So these guys definitely, show comeback anytime, anywhere, on any ground. But the first two matches weren't that much good. But now let's see if we have any other new dominator today. Are we gonna see any new dominator? Because if you look at ASI8, these guys has a very good experience in that as well, and these guys were playing excellent in the PMNC. In the PMNC of Pakistan, these guys had a difference of I would say like 50 points from the second runner-up team. So this is definitely shows how a one-sided win that was. So today, are we gonna see the same potential, the same momentum by the ASI8? Because fan will love it, and specifically Alpha Gaming as well. Alpha Gaming, these guys doesn't need any introduction. The first match, the winner chicken dinner team of the first match, Alpha Gaming. However, they didn't keep their momentum to the fourth match, fifth match, sixth match. So seems like they are playing it for fun. But now today we're gonna see them, playing, showing the skills to the whole lobby or not. But it's all the questions, and we will get all the answers in next few seconds because the first match is gonna start. It will be the match of Erangel, the default map, and in this
Yep.
match we will see which team are the winner of this match and which team are we gonna see new names or not. Exactly.
Well, we'll
लेट्स
see.
गो, स्टार्ट कर
The
दो भाई।
I think some of these teams already have made up their mind, like how they're gonna play on
स्ट्रीम पे
PUBG.
कौन कौन आया
And
हुआ
we'd
है,
love to see
कमेंट
some
करो
new
सारे।
names coming up because it makes all the viewers out there a little more excited when the competition is fearsome. And again, it makes competition even interesting when it comes to seeing all different kind of teams dominating. Because if only one or two teams are dominating, it quite gets a little boring when it comes to from a spectator point of view. But I would like to see, again, as you pointed out rightfully, APG yesterday, they had a very good start of the tournament. We were kind of thinking that maybe they will be the one that'll stay on the top by the end of the day, but it was a different story. 4T winning the winner chicken dinner in the match number two really changed the whole tide in their favor, and then from there forward, we saw how dominating individual performances these guys pulled off. But talking about consistency, I think biggest consistency that we are not pointing out, we are not talking about, is the consistency coming from the side of GG. Because even though
Yes.
they collected one chicken dinner or rondo and another one they collected on, I think, Miramar. Yep, Erangel. Sorry about that. On the last Erangel, still, they were pretty consistent, collecting 10, 15 points every other match. So in my opinion, GG will be a big threat for top two contenders. In my opinion, as far we are talking about the first few matches, though.
Exactly, and GG specifically, if you're talking about GG, their rotations, their, hold in the zone, this is absolutely cinematic to watch. In the Rondo map, if you witness, we've definitely witnessed a very good split of GGs, and specifically in the last match as well. So GG is actually, their vision is directly to the chicken dinner instead of, fighting in the start. They, keep up their men alive, keep them, full health, full everything with full loot, and they wait for their right turn, for the right opportunity, and in the last they show up and get enough and go for the chicken dinner. So even if they don't get the chicken dinner, you will always see GG in one of the top 3 or top 4 placement always GG. So GG is playing pretty much consistently throughout the matches, and in each match these guys are performing very well. Also, 313 is performing very well, but since from the last two games these guys didn't keep up their momentum that much. But GG, definitely these guys are playing very well. But fans are also waiting for some other names, which includes Yangon Galacticos, and definitely these are the champions of PMWC, and fans are definitely want to see these guys doing something great. And yesterday Yangon Galacticos doing the same mistake in the first match, second match, and all the matches. They were losing their player one by one on a big split, always losing one player and then the second one. So other teams are picking up their players in chunks, and which is giving a disadvantage to team Yangon Galacticos. But let's see if today the team has some new strategies. Are they gonna amend their strategies somehow? What are the rotations they are gonna give? Are teams willing to show their full cards before the PMSL or not? So all these questions will be answered shortly. But in the first match of Miramar, the first match of Erangel, yeah, I think it will be a default match of Erangel. And yes, so on the first match we will get all our answers and we will see how teams will perform.
Yeah, again, the question is still there because until unless we get into the battlefield, it will be hard to say, how these teams gonna play out. Because once we'll see it, it will be quite off. I would say, ready for discussion in my opinion. But anyhow, all the guys that have joined us so far, thank you so much, guys, for tuning
Let's
in.
go.
We are jumping into our match number one, which is
स्ट्रीम
gonna
पे
be
कौन कौन
Wrangle
कमेंट करो यार.
this time around, and the plane is on your screen. Let's have a quick look which of these areas that
इधर
we
पीछे
will be
स्टार्ट
seeing
हुआ है.
first. I think this plane line is starting from northern side close to
Turkey,
Zarki and
Turkey.
North Georgia Pole, and going toward the southeastern side of the map, pointing toward Milta Power and probably toward the edges of Military Island as well. We'll see how this plane line is gonna affect some early drop locations, and I'm not seeing any of the, major, in my opinion, changes, which we'll see some early clashes or not. But Severny, another close drop location for ASX I8. Let's have a quick look how this first circle is gonna play out. Plane line, as I said, moving toward Milta Power. Starting from the northwestern side of the map, ASX side going towards Severny. We are seeing some early clashes, might be in the South Georgia Pole City, but overall,
Exactly.
so far we haven't seen any early casualties.
Yep. If we talk about the circle is pretty much centralized as compared to the plane path, but there is no early clashes seems to be happening right now. The team ASI8 are on the Severny side. We can see Vampire Esports on the Zerki side, and also if you look at the Maxebel, they are moving toward the Lipovka areas, and team Hora Esports. And if we talk about the team Flash, they both are on the Yasnaya side. And yesterday we've seen the same clashes on the Yasnaya side. Team Flash and team Hora Esport both are on the Yasnaya side. But let's see, are we gonna see some early drop clashes or not? We can see team APG East seems to be not online and maybe landing within water somewhere. But Team E Arena and Yangon Galacticos, they seems to be on the very close to each other, seems to be becoming a cluster there. But Team Flash against the Team No Fair, they will knock out Sleepy Hora, and Team Flash are not stopping here. They knock out another guy, two guys on the knees and closing it with a machete. But he is backing up. He is
ओह
backing up,
भाई
and
fuck
he did
bro.
the job. He did the job. Killed the last
लाइव से
man
बेइज्जत कराने
with
हो.
the machete, and it's over for Team Hora Esports. It is an early fight, and we are seeing Nepex against the 313 once again. Nepex knock out just one guy, and Nepex is right now on the disadvantage. But
चलो
look
3-1-3
Oh,
at
पे.
313,
313,
look
my
at
goodness.
313, and early elimination of 313 against the Nepex. So two squads wiped out
ओह
in
fuck
just
bro.
1 minute
Oh my
of the
लाइव
game
से
goodness.
बेइज्जत
starting.
कराने
Oh
Oh
हो.
my
my goodness.
goodness. Some early on banter going on between Apex and 313. This was a quick finish, I must say. And as we were talking about a previous fight, another fight breaks in between Bluz and E Arena. Mormon is upstairs on the rooftop looking at Sigma Ford E820. And there you go.
चलो
Sigma will jump out, will be
इतना चूज
picked
किया तो
off
मैं भी
right
नहीं हूँ
away.
भाई. ये
And
क्या
now
ही है
it's
इसमें.
down to last man standing Woke, whose location is already revealed. So a lot of utility dump we might expect. But there you go, Woke. He is standing in there. with his gun ready for the fight. All four of these guys will be eventually pushing on, but Hale versus R3G is going on. Hale will lose one of the players. There you go, some early fights, one knockout. No, there is no knockout, and E Arena, without even dropping a single player, will pick up the whole squad of Team Plus right then and there. Some early three, teams leaving for the lobby within, I think, 2 minutes of the game, and there you go. This is 12 more seconds, and stage one will start closing. But R3G on the side, they're going up against Hale, and Hale has already lost one of the players. They joined with three, so now it's down to 2 versus 4. And R3G, I think they will be on a hunting mission, and they already know where another player from Hale is. There you go, Pinkman getting ready with the utility. I think he will be dropping that utility onto the player, but the projectile is not that accurate. Now they know where the player is. I think they might have spotted him as well. And these players are
Yep,
pretty
you're
dispersed
right.
from each other, so now they will be a little difficult for Hale to, you know, support each other. Touch is on one side, and then one of the players from Hale is somewhere surrounded by R3G right in the midst of this North Georgia Bowl.
Exactly, so it's not pretty much easy for these guys to connect up with each other, but we'll make some crosshairs on the team
Oh,
R3G,
Tiger.
and R3G Roshan will be knocked out, and another player from the behind will give them a surprise, but it will not be over so early because team R3G are now connecting up with each other. Shotgun versus shotgun, but only one will survive here. It will be a 1v1 situation between Hill Tiger and R3G, and they need to
Oh,
pick up this
wait,
guy as early as
R3G.
possible. But look at
Oh,
this,
another
look
one.
at this. Another one. Pinkman will go out to the
पिंकमैन
lobby
तो
and
चूत
the
क्या निकला
kill
था
elimination will be secured right away. And now it's
Two
is
versus
down
two.
to a 2v2 situation. Yes. It started as a 4v2 situation, but Hail Tiger, look at this guy. He just killed two men of R3G, and now it's down to 2v2 fight, and only one team will survive here. And if you look at
Oh,
yesterday, oh no, Waz had
पर
a very good angle. He has a very good angle, and he knocked out Hail Touch. But now it's now down to a 1v2 fight between the Haley Sports and
टाइगर भाई
R3G.
1v4 है आपका
but
इजी पीजी
R3G losing those two players. I mean, if even though if they win this fight, but at what cost, man? If they've already lost two of their players, I don't think so. They will be surviving for any long with two of these players. It would be good to see like these guys doing better, but once you get out of fight and you're going once again up against a full squad, so R3G will be on an added disadvantage right away. But this time around, Vaz, there he is. You already know where Tiger is, so it will be some back and forth shotgun shots will be dealt on both sides. Whilst he's pushing up, Tiger is there going for a 1v2. There is another Waz as well. So don't know which one is the real one.
Yep, it
But
will be actually going for a 1v4. If we pull up this clutch, it will be a 1v4 on the team R3G. And since from yesterday, we are seeing Hail Tiger against R3G in every single match. So it seems like there is a rivalry going on between these two teams. But let's see if Hail Tiger is going to do a mistake first or who will do the mistake first. No one is giving any opportunity to any other team. But what are you doing, Was? What are you doing? So he picked up his vehicle and now close. Both players are within the building, in the same building, and only one will survive here. Hill Tiger, he's playing with very caution, with full of precautions. He's not doing any mistakes since from the start of this fight. He is on a very good angle. He picked up two of the players of R3G, and now he's still waiting patiently. He knows he's not on a number advantage, so he's not doing any sort of mistake. But R3G, these guys are pushing in close to the building, and now on the stairs, Was will pick up utility on his hand, but I think it will be over for Hill Tiger. No, it isn't. It isn't. It isn't. It's a 1v2 situation. He will pick up one guy. He will try to pick up the second guy, and now it's a 1v1 situation. R3G versus Hill. No,
oh,
no,
three
no, no.
players,
That
man.
was a mistake. That was a mistake. He shouldn't have killed those. He shouldn't have confirmed his elimination point. He might be able to get the last man as well, the was, but he did a mistake and it cost us. It cost them to go to the lobby and early elimination to the team Hale as well. So four teams leaving to the lobby early on the start of the match on the very first 8 minutes stage one circle. So so these are the same teams that are facing early on elimination as since from yesterday. but the top contenders are still on the top, and the top one aren't doing any sort of mistake.
Yeah, so far no mistakes been made. And I think they're not getting into any fights. R3G, they lost 3 of them 1 by 1. But anyhow, talking about the circle, circle is more of a centralized northern centralized circle, and it is kind of a surrounded around the Rozhok school and Puchinki area. So Rozhok is in the play, which will make things really interesting. Whenever Rozhok and the northern Rozhok is included in the circle, things get a little, heisty, a little difficult for teams because circle
Yep.
can shift either way. It can go up north and it can go down south as well. But Crypto on the side will pick up Flash win, and Team Flash losing one of the players early on. Now the player is pushing on to Crypto.
Oh,
Crypto low on HP. Some shotgun this time around. Crypto is still looking for an opportunity where he can kind of help his team. Max Blade on the other side helps Fly Bows to get that knockout. Now,
Ooh.
oh my goodness,
what a
beautiful work done by
beautiful
the side
knock.
of Iron, and Max also pushes in. ASXI, they joined with only 3 players. Chotu gets eliminated. Bows on the other side gets eliminated as well. Team Flash also down to 2 men standing, but ASXI, they are not in a bigger trouble because Maxebels, all 4 of the players are there. One of the players from Maxwell is knocked out. Blade looking for an entry. Nade will be thrown. A lot of damage. There
Oh,
you go.
nice. Yeah.
Shotgun. Invaders on the back line. Couldn't
Yeah.
provide any sort of the cover. Dream 7-7, one of the players from Maxwell, got eliminated by Team Flash, and now ASXI8 is up against 2 players of Maxwell. Maxwell within no time losing
Oh,
2
I
of their players, which make things a little difficult for them. And now the fight will have a different trajectory. Talking about 4T, 4T also going up against the Nipex. Nipex, they already have 4 eliminations early on, and this time around they knocked one of the players from 4T down. T24 OP getting
What a beautiful good knock.
Rex. Now it's down to Precious. Precious is the last man standing. He's going up against a 1v4. One of the players from 4T is knocked out. 4T, T24 OP. There you go. Some shots and
Yeah.
beautiful work done from the side of T24 OP. Fallux joins in and he confirmed the final player of Nipex, Precious. Nipex, even though they started well, now they are on 42 points, but they will also have to leave early for 3 eliminations to Team ASXI. To Team 4-8 early on.
4-8.
Exactly, for 3
4-2.
elimination to the team 4 thrives,
Sorry.
yes, and picking up
4-8.
some early eliminations. And 4 thrives is always on momentum since from the last day, and they confirmed those 3 elimination without losing any of their player. Falak will do the last deed, and it will be over for Team Nepex as well. Iron is playing a very wonderful match. The way Maxebels push in, the Team Flash was in, but Iron didn't even flinch, and he confirm all those elimination for his team. So 3 elimination point for Team ASI8 as well. But now the fights are on hold because 13 teams are remaining on the field of Erangel. It's the stage 2 circle, and already 5 teams has faced an early on elimination. But now we can see Skyforce against the Team 4 Tribes. TT4 is on their knees, but it won't be easy to finish off this guys because all the 3 men of 4 Tribes are coming in, are closing in. But Skyforce, all the players of Skyforce are on a good split as well. But for TT4 will get an easy revival here, and Falak will back him up.
Yes, sir. Now down to the last man of Team GG. R3G was it is with an S12K. Both of these guys have similar guns, so not a big deal. There you go. This time around, close call, knockout, and it will be a quick finish. R3G with 3 eliminations now. 4 eliminations in
4.
total. So far, Was is on a domination, but R3G is not because R3G losing those players early on is really costing them. Now GG lost one of their players. The knocked out player will get the revival, and now the whole of the GG, their attention is on R3G Was. So it will within no time, I think, though, they will be finished for Team R3G this time around.
Exactly. RTG is on the last man standing, and it will be a very challenging for Voss to pick up those elimination because GG is already on a momentum, very good momentum because on the last day he performed very well, and these guys are carrying on the same momentum today. Was is throwing us some utilities. Will do
क्या need है
not a good, will not a good projectile, but it will be over for Was very soon because his location is exposed and GG is surrounding this guy from every single angle, and he is not gonna
need आ
survive this
गया है बात
situation.
सही
He's using some utilities to
need अंदर
blind the
है
vision of GG guys, but GG out in the open trying to pick up this last elimination for their team. A grenade on the hand, and this grenade will do the work. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. I
was
think
lucky
he's gonna survive a little bit longer, but on the other side, we can see four tries against the DRX on the same rotation spot. DRX on the school area, and four tries are also moving toward the score,
Oh,
but
there you go.
the last grenade will do the work, and R3G will be done and dusted in this match on the 13th spot with four elimination. Overall, these guys started very good, but on the 12th spot, these guys will leave directly to the lobby. Now GG against the Vampire Esport, and APG will join the fight as well on the other side on the school areas. APG against the four tries versus DRX we can see, but Vampire Esports joined the Rozak area and now they're against the GG.
There you go. Talking about four thrives, two of the players already knocked out. Falak low on HP, and he has to provide some cover to his fallen comrades. But in the meanwhile, let's see, will they be able to rest the players up? DRX, they lost few of the. They haven't lost any of the players in the process. APG on the other side going up against DRX this time around. Our remaining APG will also join. They will confirm that elimination on Big Mama, and DRX now loses one of the players. Some cover fire, some chip damage coming on to the players of APG. This time around, APG, they have decided to push on to the school where 4T is there. I think 4T is one of the players, the one that was out and about. T24OP will bleed out, and Doc will confirm his elimination. Top also gets knocked out. But now it's 4T versus APG. Noki's position is revealed. The nade goes in. No damage so far. But the position of Falak is spotted out. There you go. Another nade coming from the side of 4T as well. East, his position is now revealed. Has to move. In the meanwhile, Yangon Galacticos collecting some eliminations with some grenades. And this time around, 4T, they've been extra cautious. Now, IQ on the front lines. Smoke is being deployed. A nade will go in. And this might be a knockout onto Doc. Meanwhile, Top will get rezzed up once again. Some third-party shots again coming onto the players of 4 Thrives. Top gets knocked out this time around, not from 4T, but GG from the backlines. So APG is among between sandwiched right between two teams. A little difficult for them, but I think APG with all that experience, they won't be bothered much. Top, he might get rezzed up right there. Some shots still being fired onto the players of 4 Thrives, and these shots are coming from the side of Vampire, but IQ, beautiful work done, shutting those shots down with some retaliation fire coming from this player. But now I
Yep.
think IQ is time to get back into the cover.
Yep, overall APG is on a very good position. However, they are pinched between two of the teams, and also Vampire Esports joined the party as well. But Alpha Gaming, these guys with all their experience, they won't be bothered much because they know how to handle all the situation. They can see GG, they know the location of Vampire Esports, they know the location of Fortress as well. All the players res up, and now they're moving toward their their positioning so they can get better angles on all the teams. But now look at the circle, it's the stage 3 circle, and now gonna make a formation to the stage 4. Some more chip damage given by the team, by the APG team. But we can see Invader is on their knees by the Team Flash. The Team Flash against the Maxebel, the last 2 men surviving, and the zone will go out in the open on the Invader side, on the Flash side. And Team Flash is on an advantage because these guys are within the zone. But let's see what 2 men can do here. If you look at the circle, it's out in the open. Just a couple of compounds there, and all you need to do is to survive and pick up. So, in the open areas, the match doesn't ever go that much long, but we'll see. In this match, Team Flash got 6 eliminations so far with 2 men still alive and playing on the fields of Erangel. But 4 tries with 3 elimination, 3 men are alive, 3 to 4 will get an elimination by the team APG. APG Dog will do the deed, but
Get
now
an
Max
eliminate.
Joker
Get eliminated.
catching up this player, the last player, Max Joker. But Max Joker, can he do this? Can he do this or not? Zeus understand the threat and he will back up. He will abandon this fight. But Vampire Esports against the Skyforce. What a
Oh, nice
beautiful
one.
knock. What a beautiful knock. But now Skyforce are joining in. 3 men on their knees. The last man is surviving.
Oh
And it
No
God.
is over.
way!
It is
वैम्पायर
over
खत्म.
for Team Vampire Esports.
शुरू होने
Oh
से
my
पहले ही खत्म
goodness.
वैम्पायर.
He
No
just have to
way.
kill the one more guy and he would have got 4 eliminations and he missed 4 elimination by just one single shot. Oh my goodness. But
Yeah, he
Irina
did.
with human.
He did pretty good. He did pretty good in that particular fight, and I think GG came in to save Skyforce at that very point. I think they will res up all of their players, and now they're inside the circle as well, so nothing to worry about. But in the meanwhile, Arena, after losing 2 of their players, now they have to make it into the circle. A lot of these teams will be looking for the same spot where Arena is moving towards, and this time around, I think they might have to go up against Team Yangon this time around. Sakura low on HP. Gotta find some cover. In the meanwhile, 4T takes down Team Flash, and Flash Hughes will get confirmed right then and there.
Exactly. What a fast rotation given by giving by 4 tries. These guys were in the school, but if you look at the the area, APG are still on the very same area. But Noki against the ASI it doesn't give a chance, and Noki will down to their knees. Crypto will do the work, but we can see the team 4 tries are still on the field. Folak will do the work. Crypto is on their knees now. A trade knock will be given by the ASI 8 now. 4 tries will res up their one player Noki might be, but Ivan is on the other side as well. So ASI 8 now down to last man standing, and Ivan is the only one who is surviving here, and it isn't possible to give a revival to the crypto, but 4 tries will easily get easily res up their player because there are 3 players still up and running. If we look at the Flash still have one more guy remaining on the field. DRX on the edge of the circle. Team Arena is moving toward the circle, but look at Skyforce. Look at Skyforce. One single mistake, and Skyforce are up and running with 4 of their men on the field of Erangel, and this will definitely cost so much to the other team. But we can see APG against the Wordgay, and within a second, 3 men of Wordgay is done and dusted. And now the last man of Wordgay is surviving here, and APG against the Wordgay seems like can't do much here, Team Wordgay, but APG, very well experienced team now. Another
Oh my
Arena will
goodness.
join the party as well. On the other side, against the Yangon Galacticons, the last man of Flash will go to the lobby as well. Now down to last 9 teams on the field of Erangel.
There you go. Last 9 teams, 23 players, and it's 20 minutes of the gameplay. But Romeo, he gets all the attention from Tony K. Turney K, not Tony K. Sorry about that. Meanwhile, Yangon Galacticos also gets one of the players knocked out by the play zone. Wargay will also leave for the lobby, but E-Arena, they have their attention on Romeo. Yangon losing their players early on this time around as well. I don't think so. Turney will be able to eliminate Romeo with a grenade, but GG on the other side, they're going up against Skyforce. Skyforce Sinchi knocks down one of the players from GG. They have 3 players up, so I think they have a very good chance of getting that chicken dinner, and also the position they have picked for themselves. It gonna help them, harvest a lot of elimination points there. But I see, knock the player down. Desertify. He was trying to look for some support from his team, but will be picked up by APG. So kill stolen. But in the meanwhile, APG, they're pushing on to the players of DRX. DRX pretty much contained inside a single compound. A lot of smokes. Iron on the side will take down 4T's player. APG pushing forward. Refuse gets knocked out. DRX have somewhat of a control of the compound. 2 of the players of APG are done and dusted. Refuse will be confirmed. Hyobin will confirm the elimination point. East is there. There you go. Nade won't be doing much of the damage. E-Arena, meanwhile, gets eliminated by Yangon. That's quite interesting. But APG, while they were trying to push into the compound onto DRX, they get eliminated, and DRS still survives with 3 of their players. Now, GG, they're looking into that direction, and they would like to pick all those 3 elimination points. Smokes are being deployed. Will give some cover to the players of DRX, but a nade was so close call. Cuban might have get knocked out, but Juro KK will take one down, second one down. Raindrop will provide some support, but in the meanwhile, Team GG's, they will have two of the eliminations onto DRX, and now DRX is down to the last man standing. Revival will be picked up, but we'll see if this res will do any of the difference. An 8 goes in. I think this will be it for DRX.
It will
Information
be over.
and DRX getting eliminated onto the fourth spot. We are down to top 3
Yes.
teams. We have ASXi8 with one player, Skyforce pushing onto the players of GG. Jirok was already knocked out, so it will get a little
It will
difficult
be
for
over.
Raindrop to survive. And an 8 goes in, and it's done and dusted for Raindrop. But Skyforce, all 4 players going up against ASXi8 Iron. It's a 1v4 situation. Sincere out in the open. IC might get knocked out. A lot of cover fire, but
What a
Iron
beautiful
will
knock.
do some damage. I think this will be a little difficult for these guys to handle, but shotgun it is. Godless will confirm the elimination, and it is a winner-winner chicken dinner for Skyforce right then and there. I think we discussed a little bit about Skyforce early
Yes.
on, Dowd, and this time around they heard us, and they have something for us, and that's the winner-winner chicken dinner.
Yes, exactly. Just one small mistake from the Vampire Esports, and Skyforce res up all of their 3 players, and now they did a chicken dinner with 4 men. And the way these guys perform is a very well deserving chicken dinner. So finally, on the day number 2, on the 7th match, Skyforce finally able to get a chicken winner chicken dinner for their team. What a beautiful gameplay played by this team. But if you recall a couple of minutes ago, Iron also played a very wonderful game. He was the only one, and 4 tries with the 3 men standing, he single-handedly handled the all 3 men of 4 tries as well. So I think it was a 1v2 on 4 tries as well by Iron. But although it was a very good match for all the teams, even ASI8 perform a very consistent of 4 tries as well. Elimination, 3 elimination to the Godless, 1 elimination to the IC, no elimination for the Sunshir, and 1 elimination for the Riley as well. So 15 points overall in this match, although it's not gonna do much on their positioning because these guys are somewhere below the 10th spot. So probably after this match, these guys will be somewhere in the top 10. But we are expecting some sort of consistent performance by this team as well. If we talk about the match MVP, I'm not surprised to see Iron here because he played a very good match, a very excellent match with 5 elimination with 800 plus damage, 140 heals, 4 knockouts, and he is the man of the match on the day number 2 of Maxebels invitational event powered by Raptor.
There you go, ASXi8. Iron this time around stepping up for his team. ASXi8, they joined with 3 players, and it's been the same story yesterday as well. But I think if they would have been, joining in with 4 players, the things might have been a little different. Crypto gets eliminated early on while Loki was trying to push on him. Crypto also did a great deal of damage onto the opposition. Same thing goes for, I think Ozefa was there. Ozefa, he was trying his best, but gets eliminated early on as well. So ASXi8, quite a good piece of survival, and I have to give it to them. They've been a little consistent when it comes to these early on matches, but we'll see how they will do in the progressing matches, rest of the remaining 5 matches. But talking about the top players, we have Iron, then we have Raindrop, especially from GG. Good work done by this player as well. R3G, Baz with 3 eliminations with 600 plus damage, Crypto with 3 eliminations, 400 plus damage. So some good work done by these lads. But talking about the match rankings, we have Skyforce with 15, ASXi with 14 points. So ASXi did pretty well, and I think they will be pretty close to GG's. But GG's this time around surviving for quite a bit, and they also added 13 points to their tally, so it'll be a little more difficult for ASXi to catch up with them. It's kind of a similar story for these guys as well. But Alpha Gaming on the side, 9 points, Yangon with 8. Then we have DRX Gaming with 8, 4 thrives. Even though they got eliminated 1 by 1, but still they collected 7 points for them with 6 eliminations. Quite a dominating performance. Team Flash on the other side, 6 elimination points for them, but no placement. E-Arena 5, then Napex with 4, Regicide with 4, Hale with 3, and rest of the teams, they got eliminated without even collecting a single point, and they got eliminated early on. But amazing work in a very quick fashion. We have our first match going towards the team of Skyforce.
Exactly, a very wonderful match played by all the teams, and let's have a look on the overall top players list as well. 40 IQ is still dominating this list, following up with the fourth Rise Follock, and then on the third spot it is Team Flash top, and then on the fourth spot it is Raindrop. Raindrop did a very decent job in this match, and the last man will be the Team Flash as well. It's Bows from Team Flash, so two men from the Team Fourth Threads, two men from the Team Flash, and one guy from the Team GG. So overall top players list on your screen. Overall, Fallout has highest elimination here, but elimination isn't the only thing we look here. But damage, look at the damage of Forthrights IQQ. He played a very wonderful match. In each match, he's playing with a very consistency and overall ranking on your screen. So in the next match, probably Forthrights will hit the double figure, triple figure, will cross the mark of 100 in the next upcoming match. But Team Flash following up with 84 points, Team GG with 73, ASI8 with 51 points, Alpha Gaming with 44 points, DRX 42, Nepex with the same points, E Arena with 37, Yang on Galacticons with 34, and Skyforce and 313 will have the same points as well. So 313 is looking for a momentum, and these guys are not getting that momentum today, and neither these guys were able to get the momentum in the last matches of yesterday. But I'm really hoping 313 will do something in the next upcoming matches, because the next match will be the Miramar match. But overall ranking on your screen, so few couple of teams will have to do some sort of work on their skills. They have to look what they are lacking, and they need to work on those areas. And obviously it's still the day number 2. We still have day number 3 left, and also the 4 matches of today as well. After the Miramar, we will have still 4 matches. So these guys definitely have chance, specifically Hora Esports, Vampire Esports. If you look at the Bloods officials, the Champions of Nepal, Hale Esports, all these teams can do wonders anytime. Just look at the Team Flash, the way these guys performed yesterday. So everyone has a chance, and all they need to do is to just avail that chance in the next upcoming matches. So first match is over, and just looking for the second match, how team will perform.
And yes, obviously we will be moving toward our Miramar match. Then talking about, so far the competition according to the leaderboard is taking a shape. 51 points from ASXI8. So I think is really pointing us in a direction where we might see ASXI8 being on the second or third spot by the end of the day. But we'll continue this discussion, guys, after a short break. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
You are now in the presence of a king. presence of a king.
Hello, welcome back to the Maxebel Invitational Event Season number 2, and I'm here with the same face Asan. So Asan, first match was a pretty decent match. Skyforce did the chicken dinner, one small mistake from the Vampire Esports, and Skyforce were able to get the chicken dinner. But what are your expectations for the second match?
I think my expectations so far will be, quite on a high side. ASXI, they have shown some consistency and they have shown some intent, so I would love to see them, coming up with some good matches and probably a chicken dinner this time around. But Skyforce, that was a massive improvement. Like from bottom of the table, now they are top on the second page, and I think they will be pretty soon from 11 to will be in the first few of those top six. But we'll see how these things will play out. But talking about this particular match, guys, Miramar it is a totally different terrain, totally different kind of a map. The meta will be a little different on the side of the terrain, and also the gameplay might be slow in the beginning. But again, Miramar have its own surprises. Love to see high ridges fight, ridge to ridge fights, and some early elimination when it comes to urban fights, especially in the city of San Martin, Picado, or El Pozo, maybe wherever the circle will, take us. But talking about this match, we have our plane in the sky. We are boarding toward our match number 2 for the day, and match number 8 for overall this tournament. We have total 18 matches, guys. So 6 of the matches will be played today. This is match number 2. 4 more matches to go. But before we talk about any of the further matches, let's focus on this one in particular. Daud, as you said, expectations, man. I have high expectations from multiple different teams. Would love to see Flash going all flashy this time around once again. But we'll see how this will play out overall.
Exactly. So Napex is on their glide, moving toward their expected draw, but we can see the circle. Circle is not that much bad, but yeah, quite bad for the teams that are going toward El Pozo, San Martin, in these area, and specifically La Cabrera. Usually in these areas, the teams like Horizon Sports go to these areas. But now, if we look at the playing path, it's not. On the side of La Cabrera, so Horizon Sports need to change their drop and move towards some other areas. But now we can see a cluster becoming on the Loslian side, which is the drop of ASI8. And look at the team work here. One guy is on the island. Look at this. So these guys come up with a better strategy this time. But now, 4 tries in the Picado area against the team. And it will be a 4v4 situation and a Leon drop clash between the 4 tries and another team, which I can't see on my screen, but we will see shortly.
There you go. It's Vampire going up against 4 Thrives, 2 of the major giants. They gonna lock horns right in the beginning of the match. But in the meanwhile, Team EA going up against Team Skyforce, and Sinchir will be panned out of the match this early. And this is also happening somewhere close by. But R3G, they are going against Bluzz this time around. R3G is not shying away from early fights, and that's nice to see. But I would love to see R3G dominating those fights because they are struggling with the numbers, 18 points. But this time around, Team Bluzz, they will take down Roshan right then and there after the knockout. Pinkman is pushing in with his shotgun. There you go, another Bluzz player is down. Woke with a mini 14 going up against Vaz, and it will be a quick confirmation. Roshan unfortunately would get eliminated in the process, but Bluzz official will be the first one leaving for the lobby, and these 4 eliminations get to their R3G. R3G now, they have 20 points, 20 plus points to their name. EA on the other side, they are picking players as well, one by one, and they have collected 2 of the eliminations on Skyforce. But talking about ASXI8, Los Leones it is, ASXI8 Calm. I think this is their Oh, Chotu. Okay, Chotu
Yep.
ASX98 Chotu with Trinda's picture. That was a bit shocker right there. But anyhow, early fights, and I'm loving it so far. The way APG Hale, they've been taking those fights. Dog
Yes.
confirming one elimination on Hale, but look at that. Hale send, realizing that he has given some damage to the player, comes in with the shotgun, tries his level
What
best.
a beautiful
Won't be
knock.
able to do much, but a lot of damage. But this time around, he was trying to do that reflex fire back. Hale down to, I think, their last man standing now.
Yeah, sail down to last man standing and APG Dog moving from the behind side of this guy. A grenade on his head, but it won't do much damage because Dog is going on a different angle and he will pick up this guy, the last guy of Haley Sport. And in the meantime, APG will rest up the rest of their players, and all four, it will be a 1v4 situation between. But in the meantime, we can see R3G against Yangon Galacticos. They just covered up one fight a moment ago, and now they are into another fight. But Yangon Galacticos against R3G, and what a beautiful knock! But it will be over for Team Haley Sports as well, and APG Dog will do the deed, and it will be over for Haley Sports on the 17th spot. But we can see four tries against the GGs, I think. Yep, four
Yeah,
tries
they're going
against
up
the
against
GGs, and yep.
Viper. Yep, they're up against Viper Esport. Newsy gets knocked out. We have Mela on the back lines as well. We'll be going for the res. Some of the players from Vampire are quite of, I would say, isolated, but there you go. Naki with his Uzi pushing forward. The res will be completed. In the meanwhile, another isolated player comes out in the open. A lot of damage from the side of Noki, but remaining 4-5 have to come into the action now. There you go, some more shots. Low on HP, QBZ it was. And there you go, another player from 4th Thrive is down. Vampire taking down two of the players. Now this time around, Uzi gets knocked out once again. Shotgun it is, crossbow in the hands. And we'll see if Naki will be able to do any of the damage. There you go, Naki also low on HP. 4T lost two of their players in the process. Now Naki with an Uzi. I think he will be able to do some damage, but he is also low on HP. Vampire, they have isolated the player. Falak is on the backline, shotgun it is. AUG in the hands of these players. A nade is available, but Naki won't be able to fight back much with that kind of, HP. And now Vampire, 2 versus 1 it is. Falak versus Team Vampire, the remaining two players. Out in the open it is. A nade goes in, not much of the damage being dealt, and I think Falak will come up with a different strategy this time around, though. And so far, things are not looking good for 4T.
Yep, four tries down to the last man standing, but it is Falak, and Falak can amaze us always. But now let's see if he is able to pull up this 1v3 on the Viper spots or not, because 3 men against the one, it's kind of challenging for Falak as well, because he is now down to 2 utilities, 2 grenades. But now all 3 men are pushing into the Falak, and it will be over soon for Falak as well. But what a beautiful grenade! What a beautiful grenade! Will do a little bit of damage to the team, but now another grenade on his hand, and he will throw this one as well, but it won't be able to get any sort of knock by this grenade. But what a beautiful knock! But
Oh,
it will
nice
be
try.
over for Falak as well. But on the meantime, we can see Maxebels against another team. They will pick up one knock against the DRX, and they will get 2 eliminations so far.
I think they got one of the knocks and they,
They finished
flushed the
those. Yeah.
player as well. Yeah, flushed the player as well. Now, what is even Max thinking? The way they are rotating out of the blue is a long way to go still, guys. So try to make it as soon as possible to get into the circle. But anyhow, Maxebels, don't make any of the mistakes that cost you players early on. Yangon, they also learned the lesson. They lost one of the players, Master Smile, to the hands of Team ASXI 8. I8 with 2 eliminations. No Fear up against Mernat. No Fear, Hora also realizes there is a player here. But we'll see if he'll be able to take that knockout. There you go, some peek. Molotov will be thrown. Shotgun it is on one side, now both side, and it will be Hora confirming the elimination this time around.
Yep. They need to wind up this fight as soon as possible and move toward the zone, because it is going to be a stage 3 circle very soon. And yeah, Hora Esports and Yangle Galacticos is out in the open in the El Pozo areas, but let's have a quick talk about the Raptor wallet. You guys know this event is powered by the Raptor wallet. This is a very first fintech application in the Pakistan in which you can buy, your in-game currency, and not only it's bound to PUBG, but also you can buy Free Fire and any other game that is available on the platform. And also, if you are lazy like us, and you don't have to go outside to pay your utility bills. You can directly pay your PTCL bill, your internet bills, your any electricity bills directly from the application, and a lot of option as well. If you refer it to your friend, you will get some coins of Raptor coins as well, and with those Raptor coins, you can redeem many fun things like currencies of games. Also you can buy gift vouchers, and gift vouchers is a wide range. You can buy for PS5, PlayStation 5, for Xbox, and many other games. So it's a wide range of for the esport person, and it is specifically made for esport guys like you. So if you want something like that, just sign up to this application and you will definitely love it because it's a centralized platform. But now back to our fight, Nepex against the 313.
There you go. Oh, Nepex. This time around, they will pick up Hane, and I think 313. Uh, they are not learning the lesson. They are losing players right, left, and center. But R3G going up against the Vampires. A close pass by this time around. It is. But we'll see if Vampire will be able to get that knockout for themselves.
Yep. But R3G, look at the R3G, 6 eliminations so far. So it seems like these guys got the momentum. Always the first fight. You always need to win the first fight, and you will definitely get the momentum. But we can see Pinkman going on a different angle, on an off angle to catch up to the Viper Esport, but it's a 3v3 situation. Both guys has a 3 men alive, but grenade on his hand, and on the both side we can see Viper Esport. He is on a different angle, but where are the other men? We can see Was coming up. We can see the other Was 2.0 is also closing in, but Viper Esports against R3G will do some sort of chip damage, but Was is on their knees, but you have to look up
Nice
back.
try.
You have to look back because there is a man on the hill areas, but now it's down to the Was. Was is the only survival here, and he need to res up their player as soon as possible because the last man of Viper Esport is closing in, and he's gonna eliminate all of your member. But make sure to wait, and do not do any sort of mistake. It will be a trade finish as well. Queen down to a 1v1 fight.
Yeah, down to a 1v1. Shotgun it is. Both of these sides will try, but Miola will be able to land those shots and confirming the final kill. R3G getting eliminated early on, and that's been the story. Apex on the other side will take down Flanky Boy. One of the players from 313 is upstairs, not allowing the squad of Nepex to push up. A nade will be thrown, but Murnat, no fear.
Yep. 4
Yeah,
thrives
they're going
against
up
the
against
GGs. And
against
yep.
Viper. Yep. They're up against Viper Esport. Newsy gets knocked out. We have Mela on the backlines as well. We'll be going for the res. Some of the players from Vampire are quite of, I would say, isolated, but there you go. Naki with his Uzi pushing forward. The res will be completed. In the meanwhile, another isolated player comes out in the open. A lot of damage from the side of Noki, but remaining 4-5 have to come into the action now. There you go. Some more shots. Low on HP. QBZ it was. And there you go. Another player from 4th Drive is down. Vampire taking down 2 of the players. Now this time around, Uzi gets knocked out once again. Shotgun it is. Crossbow in the hands. And we'll see if Naki will be able to do any of the damage. There you go. Naki also low on HP. 4T lost 2 of their players in the process. Now Naki with an Uzi. I think he will be able to do some damage, but he is also low on HP. Vampire, they have isolated the player. Falak is on the backline. Shotgun it is. AUG in the hands of these players. A nade is available, but Naki won't be able to fight back much with that kind of HP. And now Vampire 2 versus 1 it is. Falak versus Team Vampire. The remaining 2 players out in the open it is. A nade goes in. Not much of the damage being dealt. And I think Falak will come up with a different strategy this time around out. And so far things are not looking good for 4T.
Yep, 4 tries down to the last man standing, but it is Falak, and Falak can amaze as always. But now let's see if he's able to pull up this 1v3 on the Viper Esports or not, because three men against the one, it's kind of challenging for Falak as well, because he is now down to two utilities, two grenades, but now
ये
all three
TP
men
बैठ
are
भाई
pushing into the Falak, and it will be over soon for
66
Pollock as well. But what a beautiful grenade! What a beautiful grenade will do a little bit of damage to the team. But now another grenade on his hand, and
बहुत
he
है
will throw
चार्ज
this one as well. But it won't be able to get any sort of knock by this grenade. But what a beautiful knock! But
Oh,
it will
nice
be
try.
over for Pollock as well. But on the meantime, we can see Maxebels against another.
Passing by through the same route that Wargay is taken to get
राउट
into the circle as well. So I'm thinking this time around Wargay will have a tough time, engaging with these teams while they will be coming from their back. But anyhow, DRX, they will loot some of the supplies from the airdrop. Meanwhile, guys, as we are looking at our match, things are a bit slow down, but keep an eye on Raptor Wallet. It's a Raptor Wallet for gamers, by the gamers, downloaded on App Stores and Google Store, so you can purchase secure and safely your in-game currency. Whatever game you play, you have those currencies available. Any platform that you use, whether it's Xbox, PlayStation, you'll still be able to collect some, your points and gift cards. You can buy those from Raptor GG Wallet. On the other side, you can also pay your utility bills. You can play in game, in platform tournaments to be ranked as an esports player, and also you'll be collecting some Raptor coins, which you can use to redeem rewards, and you can also use to get awesome cashbacks from your daily purchases. But anyhow, coming back to the action, Hora, they have a very good compound to
पीछे से
their
आवाज
name,
डबल हो रही है भाई
but a lot of fire coming from across this hayfield, and it's coming from Precious.
Yeah, from the
But
Nepex
would
side,
love
but
to see a knockout coming from the side of
yeah.
Hora with an M24, I think, a suppressed M24.
Yeah, I think it is win 94. But now back to the matches, we can see Crypto. Crypto is crawling up slow and steady, not doing any mistake, waiting for his turn, and he wanted to, eliminate APG. One of the guy, APG dog, is in front of him, but isn't doing any sort of mistake going inside his vehicle, and Top is also moving. But now Crypto, it's the time for Crypto to knock out this guy, but he did. Yeah, it is too late already, because these guys are already backed up and moving toward the zone. Crypto and all the ASIA team is on the edges of the zone. So far, we can see airdrop has been looted by the team E Arena. And if you look at the points table, Fortnite only got 1 point in this match. But now APG Refus against the E Arena. So it's gonna be a good fight. Two giants against each other, moving his vehicle outside so he can bait this guy. But E Arena, this guy is the only one here. All the other ones are on a bit different areas, but he is in the areas of his team. But now utilities will be pinned up on the both side, but only one will get the knockout here. But it was a beautiful grenade, but won't do much damage. But now he has time. He got the time to fall back toward his teammates. But now, so the fights are on a bit of pause, because it's the stage 3 circle. We've seen a lot of early on
ओ भाई
elimination, but
फर्स्ट वन
Oh, look at
Nepex,
the circle shift.
it is the third circle, and Nepex is always in the favor of circle. Like 50% of the areas is under control by the
पूरा
team
एरिया ही नेपेक्स
Nepex,
के
and
पास है
all they need to do is to just wait, stop the slam-ins, and all they need to do is just pick up the eliminations, do the third party here, and it's an easy chicken dinner for team Nepex as well. But a lot of teams are still surviving somehow. Well, let's see.
12 teams are still in the play. Meanwhile, Team
और का
Flash
टीम में अभी
getting
हाँ एप्पल
knocked
वाला
out
दिखा दो
with a vehicle drop,
तो जल्दी खत्म करो
but GG will happily confirm the elimination point for themselves. Flash on the other side, they didn't like the way GG confirmed that elimination, so they wanted to get a payback from these guys. But I think low on HP player, he will get pushed, win low on HP. A lot of damage being dealt from this far by bows. Rest of the GG also joins into the fight. Fly win, low on HP, will be knocked out. And Raindrop, I think, will be able to confirm that elimination point easily as well. But a lot of third party is coming their way. And I think GG has been a little extra careful. But ASX side going up against DRX. It's a 3 versus 4 situation. The nade goes in, won't be able to do much of the damage. There you go. Player is being engaged right there. Calm will take down Sexay. Sigma is down another compound, but another nade will go in. This time around, won't be able to do much of a damage. Players should be upstairs now, but it's a small area where Team ASSI will be taking that fight, and they'll be able to take down QXZZ as well. DRX down to the last man standing is a decisive moment of this fight, and I think ASXI will easily win this. But in the meanwhile, Team Vampire Esports gets eliminated on 12th spot.
Exactly. Maxebels' Dream will do the job and he will eliminate the last guy of Empire Esport. But now we can see ASI8 Khan will be knocked out by the Dream. And now it will be a fight between the team ASI8 versus Maxebel. DRX will be done and
चलो
dusted on the 11th spot. But now Invader
वापस
is
करेगा
eliminating, finishing off this knock guy and will secure another point for his team. But now Maxebel against the team ASI8. We can see Nepex is on a very good spot. These guys doesn't have to do any single thing here. All they need to do is to just keep themselves here patiently, wait for their turn, wait for the best opportunity to avail it, and then get the chicken dinner easily. All they need to do is just stop the
मैं
stamping.
11
But
बजे उठना
in the
नहीं था
meantime, Hora Esports
उठना था
against the Yangon
है
Galacticos, and look at the
तेरी
positioning of
दफा
Hora
है
Esports. This last guy, there's no chance you can survive here. Romeo will be over, and it will be over for Team Yangon Galacticos as well. And Hora Esports is back to their momentum, 3 eliminations so far, but we can see Wargate team on the upper areas, on the edges of the zone, but the Maxibels against the Wargate as well. So just have a talk about the team, have a talk about this tournament. It is powered by the Raptor wallet, so explained way too much about the Raptor wallet, but I would like to explain once more that it's you know fintech application made specifically for esports guys, so make sure to sign up and download this application. But back to fight, APG, 5 eliminations so far, one guy on the knees and moving toward the zone.
There you go, APG. They are getting trashed at the moment. Second knockout, third knockout, possibly. There you go, top will also be so close to getting that knockout. But in the meanwhile, APG will also pick some of the elimination points onto the players of Team Maxwell as well. Invader Dream 77K is knocked out. A nade will go in. ASXI 8. I think one grenade will do all the damage. Iron on the other side will confirm Dream 77K. APG will confirm some of the eliminations on GG as well. But Maxwell, they're being pushed by APG top. Maxwell Blade it is, 2 versus 1 situation. But in the meanwhile, Wargate going up against E Arena, and E Arena
ये लोग कोई
will
बंदा
happily
मारते ही
pick
नहीं
those elimination points. Rage is playing somewhere else. 2 of the players, I think they pushed onto the compound and they get totally obliterated by EA. But in the meanwhile, I think Maxebels, they've been getting eliminated one by one as well. ASXI knocked out Jiggle Hora. APG, they're in a center of this very problematic area where they've been getting knocked out every now and then. Hora is there, Refuse, still surviving. APG down to the last one standing. Domination it is for No Fear Hora, but in the meanwhile, one of the players from the side of Hora will be knocked out from the side of APG. I think APG, they should have the time that they had in that very situation,
Yes.
should have picked up their players, but I think it's too late now. And APG is down to the last one standing.
Yes, APG down to their last man standing. They did have a time to,
last
fall
man
back,
था
change their
तो फिर
location, but
वो
they didn't avail that time. And now Working Rage against the Arena. Arena Sakura is against him, and he is not moving. He is not giving any sort of footstep, but it will be over for the last guy as well. So Arena, now 9 eliminations so far. All the 4 men are alive. One player is on the knees, but he will be res up. But Invader, what a beautiful grenade by Invader, and Iron will be done and dusted. But Maxibel will go out of this lobby as well. Doc will do the work and Invader will be finished. And now it's down to last 5 teams. 12 guys remaining on the field of Miramar. But Horizon, these guys are not stopping. 5 eliminations so far. But seems like it will be a bit problematic for the team to give the revive here because Napex is surrounding the team. APG Dog is behind you, so make sure to watch your back as well. But what a beautiful Molotov. What a beautiful Molotov. But just an inch away. But Napex is in front of you. So Team Hora is surrounded by all of the other teams. E Arena, APG, Napex, all of these teams are surrounding the Hora Esports.
Oh,
There you go, Hora
nice,
and
nice.
APG, they both are on a same, they were, like I would say, on the same position, and now APG lost one of their players. Nipex on the other side, as you said, they have to be just patient, and the patience been playing the dividend for these guys so far. Nipex Rex getting knocked out. Meanwhile, Aomi will take down Hora. there as well on the off angle. So we are down to top 4 teams. We have APG still surviving with Sole Survivor. Apex on the other side. They are on the back lines. Some random sprays will be thrown their direction just to get any sort of random connection. But talking about the circle, circle is about to shift to phase number 7 in about 18 seconds. Meanwhile, APG Dog, the solo survivor, trying to make things difficult a little bit for EA. EA now realizes that it's the final player and a blue zone will take the elimination point for himself. Aura, meanwhile, gets obliterated by the side of Napex and is down to last 2 teams. EA 3-man standing, Napex 4-man standing, and I think it's going to be an exciting contest between both of these teams. Now, EA, they have the circle closer to them, and one of the player from EA is already in, so now it's time for Napex to finally push off, leave this place where you've been holding for quite a while. And now I think Napex is in a better position to get the chicken dinner.
Yep, these
Zone
guys
is
are all
behind.
4 men up and running, but look at the position of Irene as well. These guys are close to the zone as compared to Nepex, but as we expected, Nepex had a very good circle since from the start of the game. Every time circle take a shift on the Nepex side, but this last time the circle took a shift within center, and both team have to come up and take their position into the circle area. But Irene, now we can see Sakura is within the circle, a very well settled position. He has the cover of the ridge as well. He has enough smokes as well, enough utilities as well, but now it's a problem for the Nepix as well. It's been like a minute and Nepix is still holding the very same position. These guys had the time to use the utilities to move forward, but these guys are still holding the very same position. And if you are wasting too much time in that area, then you're giving the time to Arena to make some strategies, make their positioning better, and this will be a wrong decision on the Napex side as well. So Napex has to move early on to the area, but now we can see the full area is covered by the smokes. They want to go to this area where Sakura is already here, but now Napex got their positioning in the zone area as well.
Yeah, there you go, Sakura. He has to take one of the players down. Smokes are there. A lot of damage being dealt with Precious with a grenade. A Molotov will be thrown the way to the Precious way, but there you go. Some cover fire, but Homie will take down. Meanwhile, Precious will take down Sakura. So it's down to 3 versus 3. 3 players on the side of Napex. One more good grenade, and it will be a little difficult for E Arena to curtail themselves in the very situation. But Nate goes in, takes one of the players down from the side of Napex. Napex Domain is down on his knees. 2 versus 2 it is, and this time around, another grenade will be thrown, and I think E Arena is in control a bit more than Napex. Napex low on HP, and Nate goes in, takes another one down to last man standing. E Arena it is, and it's a 1 versus 2 now, and it gets a little difficult for Precious. Precious position is already revealed. It's stage number 7, and player steps out in the open, and it will be confirmed right then and there. Beautiful work done from the side of E Arena. And will finally clutch it out for themselves, and a good winner and a chicken dinner for E Arena.
Let's go. कुछ अच्छा कर तो दिया ना, मैं पता नहीं। गन लैब पूरी डाउनलोड करनी पड़ेगी। क्या हो गया? स्टार्ट करती है। वाओ, एक दफ़ा पूरा डाउनलोड कर लेते हैं सबसे पहले। गेम एक्चुअली डिलीट करके पूरी इंस्टॉल किया वापस। ये बात निकाल का COLL 64 हाँ ये हो सकती है slow speed अब करते हैं गाड़ी चलो सेम ही है चलो यार इसमें टाइम लगेगा Lamborghini Lamborghini पता नहीं चलो Pagani है Maserati है तो Ghost है Maserati Pagani Aston Martin Ghost और फिर Koenigsegg चीज़ें इतनी अच्छी नहीं लगी इसमें चीज़ दिखा तो मैंने नाम Pagani download source corrupted ये क्या मैं इधर करता हूँ उधर जाता है कौन सी सग रहती है ये जिसको फैसला फैसला जल्दी करो यार. बताया यार पापा कहते उसका सिर्फ 5 मिनट का काम है, आ जाए 1 मिनट में उधर बाहर आया हूँ ज़रा, ये तो मैं खुद करवा लेता, मैं 1 मिनट बाहर आया हूँ तो कमल को बोला 5 मिनट के लिए आ जाए, मैंने कहा चलो ठीक है जा चला जाए यार, फिर पापा बोलेंगे.
Right then.
The Yangon Galacticans. So Yangon Galacticans, but we can see Sleepy Hora is not doing any mistake. They are waiting for their turn. They are waiting, so they should, get the opportunity to fight when these two teams are fighting between themselves. But now we can see Yangon Galacticans against the Skyforce. In the meantime, Maxebels as well on the killing field.
There you go, kill feed. It's quite lit up this time around, but Team Skyforce confirming those eliminations, but it's time for them to start engaging with the Hora as well. There were 3 teams in Danchan, and so far Skyforce have eliminated one of those. But Sleepy Hora with 1 elimination to his name on 3G on the other side, being pushed by Flash.
Oh my
Flash
goodness.
is actually been quite aggressive in its approach, but this time around I think Waz is the last one standing. One it is. Both of these guys are pushing forward. Shotgun it is, and Shotgun wins every time. This time around R3G also getting early eliminated, but confirmations all for elimination goes to Flash. Flash will res up 2 of their fallen comrades as well, but in the meanwhile GG take down Max Blade and will be flushed right away. But Hora now they're pushing on to Skyforce. Skyforce, they have already knocked one of their players down, And now Skyforce getting that res might be able to equalize the situation for them. But anyhow, nades are being prepared. Players' positions are already revealed. A nade might go in. Will knock out Sinchir once again. Oh my god, that was close one, but not a knockout this time around. Icy is up top on the roof, so it will be a little difficult decision for Haid Dami to see which side he wants to engage first. Sinchir resed up, healed up once again. Alright, sports. Still gotta make a choice. Max Joker on the other side takes one of the players down from GG. Sung is knocked out. Meanwhile, some damage on to Riley. Low on HP Riley is. But some random fires being thrown by the side of Hora. A nade will go in. Might knock out Senchir. Senchir is low on HP. But I think there's gonna be a little bit of a stalemate here though.
Yep, both teams are waiting for their turn, not doing any sort of mistake. But you know, Skyforce is in a momentum. These guys already got 4 of the elimination, 3 of the elimination points against the team which was Yangon Galacticos. But now Skyforce is in a better position. If we look at these guys, are on a better split. But no fear, Hora. He's on a good angle as well, on an off angle. But the height advantage, the elevated angle is on the Skyforce side, and Godless is on a beautiful area. But his location, his positioning is exposed against the Hora Esports, and No Fear know exactly where all the 3 men are. But now this fight seems to be on a bit of pause, but now we can do Maxebel will go out of this game. The Max Joker will be eliminated by the Falak, and now Team Maxibels and 2 of the teams will leave and early on elimination will face this elimination. But now Hora Sports against the Skyforce, one guy on their knees, not doing any sort of mistake, not aggressively pushing by the Skyforce. But look at the Jiggle Hora. Jiggle Hora is going on a very off angle, trying to spot the enemies, trying to spot the Skyforce, but they res up their Sleepy Hora. Now all 4 men are up and running, but Jiggle Hora, can he do something for his team? Because he's on a very good angle, Hassan, and he can definitely take 1 or 2 players from this side. But we can see ASI yet against the Arena.
There you go. You know, the fights are breaking up. Like we might have a hard time, you know, keeping an eye, you know, staying updated with all of those fights. But anyhow, this fight is, as we said, been a stalemate for a bit. I see they will take down Hora, Sleepy Hora once again. Will be confirmed right then and there. Jiggle on the other side will knock one of the players down. And both of these teams have dealt with some casualties. There you go.
Oh.
Dami taking down Godless. Sinchir is out in the open. Low on HP as well. Hora is in somewhat control. And there you go. A quick finish from the side of Hora. Last man will be picked off. And the only team that will survive here will be Hora Esports. Quick movement in the circle, much needed, and I think they're pretty close to the circle, so nothing to worry about. But on the other side, APG, Napex, all of these guys are trying to find a space in the circle. Falak might get knocked out. Top is there in a house a little far away from here. And P24 gotta be careful. But on the other side, ASXI8 being pushed by E-Arena. E-Arena Tourniquet in the smoke. Another cover fire being given, and low on HP Tourniquet is throwing a grenade. Reload. Iron will reload his gun and will jump in. A quick knockout, and it's a finish onto the players of E-Arena.
Yep, it is over for E-Arena as well, for elimination to the backpack of ASI by the loss of 1 player, which is Calm. Calm will face an early elimination, but we can see many of the teams will face early elimination in this match. In the first 5 minutes of the match, it's the stage 2 circle. E-Arena will get eliminated. Max, Skyforce, Yangon Galacticons, and R3G, all of these teams faced an early elimination, but we can see Hora Esports are playing a very good match in this match. On the, you know, in this match we've seen multiple times a comeback from different teams. In the yesterday we remember GG was the one who did a very beautiful comeback in this match, and now today Hora Esports seems to be in a momentum in this match. DRX with 42 points with 0 elimination so far, but ASI8 with 4 elimination. So you know, it's a huge competition between the 2nd to 4th spot, because anytime you will get an elimination, your positioning will be shuffled, and we just witnessed this against the ASI8 and E-Arena. So ASI8 just dethroned the E-Arena, and now these guys are on the 3rd spot, but Hale Esports against the Alpha Gaming. Oh my goodness, look at this. So he revived his player by picking up on a vehicle on the front side of his vehicle, and now APG Dog will get an easy revival. What a beautiful save.
Alpha Gaming, they got some elimination to their name as well. Hale been the victim this time around. But talking about 4 thrives, they've been eyeing onto the position of GGE. GG is inside the circle. They have the compound to their name. 4 thrives, the position they are holding right now is a little tricky for them because they're out in the open. Anybody can show up on their backlines and can be difficulty for these guys. But there you go. Falak gets the first knockout. GG, one of the player is close by. Nade will come the way of Falak, will knock him out. But in the meanwhile, a push will be dealt onto the players of Team GG this time around. I think Falak will be rezzed up. It'll be a quick res up, but IQ has to go in and try to help his team out. One of the players from GG has been not
And he knows the
moving a
location.
bit.
He knows the
I
location.
think he knows the
Oh my
location of the
goodness.
player. Oh my god, that was a close call. That was a close call. You cannot miss those shots like this. Not allowing the player to go ahead and heal himself, but a player will escape. It will be a close escape, but there you go. Once again, Naki this time around gets knocked out. Player low on HP. Jumping down once again. Now, a very coordinated push coming from the side of Team 4T. GG, they're already 3 men standing. They have one of the player low on HP, gets knocked out. Molotov will be thrown out. Hail Tiger joins in from nowhere. 4T. You guys gotta res up Naki as soon as possible, otherwise he might get flushed out by a third party.
Exactly. Hale Esports are closing in, so these guys are, having their crosshairs on this area as well since from a long time. But now we can see GG. GG is going on, but what a beautiful
There you
knock.
go.
What a beautiful knock by T24. He was
Finish.
already in low on HP, but it is over for Team GG as well. So 4 tries back to the reaction. 5 eliminations so far on the stage number 3 zone. So all the 4 men are up and running. They will rest up their last player as well, which is IQ. And now all 4 men will move toward the zone areas and will get a better positioning because Hale Esports are nearby as well. But now we can see 313 as well on the kill field. 313 so far, 1 elimination so far with 32 points. But Kodu will do some damage to this vehicle, but not much damage to Giwi. But now 313 Kodo knows the location of Giwi and his crosshairs is stuck. His crosshairs are fixed on this vehicle. He knows where he is and they will definitely try to get this guy.
Oh,
What
good
a
shot,
beautiful,
good shot,
what
one
a
more.
beautiful tracing. But no. He will be able to get out of his range because he res up their player. He picked up his player and now he's moving toward the
Oh,
zone.
another body
Again,
shot.
some damage, but won't be able to knock any of the guy. 313 Kodo. He is a phenomenal player. And he got first elimination for his team as well. Now 313, this is the first game of today in which 313 isn't eliminated in early on fights. But now let's see, will this guy be able to keep up this momentum throughout this game? And will he be able to get the chicken dinner in this match?
Yeah, we'll see 313. They might need a match like this to be back in the right mindset, in the right momentum. But anyhow, Team Flash, they kept themselves busy this time around. Once again, 4 eliminations to their name early on. They eliminated R3G, but since then there's not much of stuff happening for them. But ASXI 8, they have Maxebels in their in the Team Wargame in their crosshairs as well. Clutchy gets knocked out, and I think he will be confirmed. Flash, Zeus, low on HP this time around. Circle is about to shift. This is stage number 4. But Team Maxebels losing players. ASXI, now they have to move into the circle. Team Flash might be gatekeeping both of these team Bloods officials and also ASXI while they're trying to move from the west inwards.
Look
But
at the kill
Team
feed. Look at
4T,
the
my
kill
goodness, back and forth. They're just picking kills, easy mode. There you go. APG Doc also gets knocked out by IQ. Rest of the APG is also in the play. One more player from the side of APG East will be taken out from this from the squad of 4T. 4T now down to 3 men, 5 eliminations to their name. They have already knocked 2 of the players of APG down, and I think it's gonna be an easy picking the third one, the last one for these guys. There you go, T24OP with his grenade. Grenade will be thrown.
Beautiful
It's over.
grenade. Beautiful grenade.
Beautiful work done by these guys.
Yep, and it's over for Team APG as well, and we can see Team Fortrath is not stopping even though they are now down to last 3 men standing, but 9 elimination. There is not a single possible or possibility any team, each team is trying to dethrone the first one, but every time someone, close up with Fortrath, these guys always go with a beautiful match, and in this match these guys got 10 eliminations so far, and what an amazing gameplay by Fortrath. 10 eliminations so far, a very decent match, a very good match going on. 10 teams are remaining on the field of Rondo, and we can see Team Flash. Team Flash is with 5 elimination points, and now, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing, bro? He is trying to pick up some elimination, but he's now on a very low
Oh,
HP,
no
very
way.
low HP, and Bloods will do the work, and it will be over for Team Flash as well. So, 2 of the top contenders are done and dusted. Now ASI8 has an opportunity. These guys has a better opportunity to get a chicken dinner here and can easily dethrone Team GG and maybe get close to Team Flash as well. So a good match for Team ASI8, and for the time being ASI8 is in the momentum, but the moment I said Jinx can happen anytime, and now ASI at one guy down to their knees and working against the Nepix.
There you go, Nepex going against 4T as well. ASXI, they're still trying to find some grounding for themselves, but 4T, they'll confirm 1 elimination onto the players of Wargay. Rage will be confirmed right in there, and Apex on the other side, confirming 1 more elimination on 4T. So 4T also losing players. Iron gets eliminated. Kodu will confirm the elimination for the squad of 313. 2 eliminations with the name of Team 313, but Circle is about to shift once again. DRX this time, they want to get some hands onto ASXI as well. Crypto low on HP. Casanova have to join into the fight and help his fallen teammate to res him up once again. 4T keeping themselves busy. I think they have confirmed 11 eliminations. There you go. So far, I was about to say 10, but they have added 1 more to the tally. Meanwhile, Napax, Wargame, ASXI8, all of these teams, all of 3 of these teams are in the crossfires of Team 4T. Crypto, in the meanwhile, gets eliminated. ASXI8 down to their last man standing, but they have some sort of success for them so far. 5 eliminations in total.
Yep, 5 eliminations so far, and these guys will definitely get some of the placement point if they, keep up their survival a little bit longer. But Hora Esport with 8 elimination with 3 men standing. So here Hora Esport is playing a very beautiful match in this, in the terrains of Rondo. But now we can see Nepex. Nepex is once again on the zone area. Nepex is up and running with 4 men. So these guys are doing a very decent job as well. A consistent performance on the Nepex side. But ASI8 now down to last man standing, and all he need to do is to just wait for his turn and do not do anything that can cause you trouble. And because if it cause you trouble, you will definitely go toward the lobby. Now DRX, look at the DRX, 4 men, but not a single elimination point so far. Stage 5 circle is here, making a formation to stage 6, but we can see 313 Khane down to their knees. Bloods will do the work, and now Bloods, all they need to do is to just pick up those 2 more elimination. But 313 Kodu, if Kodu is here, things might be a bit difficult for you. So 313 Kodu will pick up 1 more guy, a trade knock been given to the 313 by the Bloods officials, and 313 Kodu will, try to res up his player, but Casanova position, it is revealed, and Nock is closing up to his player, but a beautiful grenade can be thrown by the Casanova, and it can be over for Team Fortress as well. He is here, but it's not a good position. It's not a good position, as in he can be picked up anytime, and it can be over for Team Fortress as well. Players are closing in, and what a beautiful grenade. What a beautiful grenade. It is Nocky. It is Nocky. He is not stopping, but
nice
Nepix will do the work just a second away. Just a second away. And he could be saved. He could be saved if DRX, help out a little bit early, but now it is over for Team Fortress as well, but with 11 elimination. A very huge number. Only 6 teams are remaining here. 16 guys on the field of Rondo, and 313 still somehow surviving in this match.
Yeah, Kodu is the last man standing. 2 eliminations to their name. A lot of damage being dealt to the vehicle. It was the last chance of survival for Kodu. He is already outside the circle, and he has to now move on foot to actually make it to the next phase. But Vampire, 2 men standing. They've been quiet throughout this game, still surviving. Not much of the eliminations to their name, but the team that's been quite busy has been Team Hora, while they're eyeing toward the position of DRX. DRX, the only one in the circle. Kodu on the other side, his position is also revealed. He gets spotted out, and the moment he steps up, I think he will be picked off by Yiwei. Low on HP, Kodu realizes there is a player on an off angle. He has to heal himself and get cover. But once he will heal himself, this might get a little nasty for the side of Vampire.
Yep, exactly. Now we can see DRX against the Hora Esport. Hora Esport now down to last 2 men standing, and Hora Esport, these guys playing a very decent match in this rondo and 8 eliminations so far. All they need to do, these guys can easily go toward the zone, but the real problem is DRX, because if Jiggle Hora move toward the zone, you know, the Hora Esports, these guys can easily be eliminated by the DRX, because DRX definitely have the better zone than any other team. These guys has the hold of compounds, but now look at this, Bloods officials, these guys just put a slam in on the compounds, and DRX on the DRX guys, and these guys aren't doing any sort of
Nice
mistake,
one.
but Bloods official will be, one guy will be picked up by the DRX. The Sexy was the guy who picked up this guy, but Jiggle Hora, he is eliminated. He has been knocked out by the team, but Nepix pick up the last player of 313 as well. What a beautiful grenade by the Hubin as well, and they will pick up another guy of Bloods official, now down to last man standing of the Bloods official. Did a blind push by the Bloods official, but the last
Nice
guy,
shot.
now it's the last guy. He is trying to raise up his player. Now go to the last guy, and it
Oh,
will be
good one.
over, but no. DRX, these guys need to come up as soon as possible, because you guys need these numbers. DRX closing in, and one guy res up, and one guy now to team Bloods official, now down to last 2 men standing, but that's a beautiful Molotov. But it could be over for team Bloods official, but one guy against the 3 guys, it is quite challenging for him. But now Nepex is also closing in. It's the stage 7 circle. 18 seconds left, and now the fight is not stopping.
Yeah, fight's not
Guy against
Survivor. 313's player gets eliminated, so we're down to last 5 teams. But Hora realizing like this is the right time to actually push forward. A lot of smokes being deployed. It's giving it was 0 visibility when it comes to these fights. So there you go. Once again, some amazing shots, some headshots, jump shot. He was trying. Hyde Dami will get knocked out, and I believe he will be bleeding out with the blue zone. Hora down to the last man standing. Blue zone will push out all of these players. One player down on the side of team Napex, but the nade comes from the side of DRX, confirming 2. Blue zone will get a lot of damage. A nade from the side of Napex will take one of the players down, but QZZ will take down the final solo survivor of I think
oh my goodness.
solo survivor of Vampire, and in the meanwhile another shot
Let's go.
dealt onto the player of Napex, the solo survivor, the final survivor, and finally DRX will get a winner with a chicken dinner today.
And finally, TRX will get the winner in the chicken dinner. Guns download करने हैं. Starting from the end, starting from the Glacier, M4 Glacier, the first upgradable gun. उसने ये गन लिया आती. ये बहुत मुझे फिर मैं इसका अच्छा काउंटर खुल जाना था यार, मैंने रख दिया है. सोच मिल जाएगा. MP के लिए मेरी फेवरेट है, वन ऑफ माय फेवरेट, तेरी वन ऑफ माय फेवरेट. ये वेक्टर भी अच्छी मुझे लगती है, ये भी अच्छी लगती है, ये तो ऐसी अच्छी है. लेजर किसको अच्छी नहीं लगती है, तो मेरी फेवरेट है वैसे तो. लेकिन फॉस्टर वन ऑफ माय फेवरेट फिल्म्स. ये हम बहुत फजूल लगती है मुझे कॉल ऑफ वाइल्ड बहुत फजूल। हाँ ये सब ठीक है ये तो सबको अच्छी लगती है। एक टाइम पे क्यूबीसी से रील्स भी होती थी। ये जब आई थी इसकी भी बहुत मतलब हाइप बनी थी। लेकिन ये थोड़ी अच्छी है यार मजे की है। ये तो वैसे बता रही है ये भी थोड़ी मतलब मानी जानी अच्छी मानी जानी लेकिन ये तो भाई तबाही है। और अगर क्यूबीसी नहीं अच्छा ये भी फजूल स्किन है ये इसका की भी फजूल है। एसके से थोड़ी ठीक है कोई ख़ास नहीं है। ईसा आया है ईसा।
अस्सलामुअलैकुम।
वालेकुम सलाम कैसे हो?
क्या हाल है अली भाई?
करम अल्लाह का बताओ आप कैसे हो?
अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह। हो गई गेम अपडेट आपकी?
हाँ जी
से
हाँ मैं
हो
अभी
गया।
प्रोसेस ही कर रहा था।
सही। अभी बस हम जब भी फोन बस घर रख के चला गया था, गेम अब उसकी भी हो गई हुई है।
अच्छा अच्छा तो
वो काम पे अब वो रात को ही आएगा।
तूने सोचा कि अच्छा मतलब गेम खेल लेते हैं।
हाँ, नहीं मैं तो सुबह भी खेल रहा था। मैं सुबह जब सो जाता है ना फिर मैं खेलता हूँ। रूम वगैरह होते हैं टिकटॉक पे ना, लाइव रूम चल रहे होते हैं,
हम्म
तो फिर मैं वो सुबह खेलता हूँ।
वेरी गुड।
हाँ।
ये
आज मैंने ईसा का नाम बनाया है, 2 दफा चिकन डिनर बनाया किया है।
उस्ताद को रिपोर्ट देता हूँ मैं आज।
पता है उसको, मैंने उसको बताया, मैंने कहा सुबह मैंने आपका नाम बनाया है, मैंने कहा 2 चिकन डिनर निकालने हैं एक साथ। किधर है किधर? रोटी खाती है सुन बात करके ऐसी कर रही पहले नहीं थी, मैंने कल कोशिश की है तो आज खेलिए गेम।
नहीं नहीं आप खेलो मैं तो रिसोर्सेज कर रहा था अभी।
नहीं मेरे तो रिसोर्सेज भी हो गए। इतनी देर लगती है? अच्छे नेट लगा लो फिर।
ओहो मैंने डिलीट करके इंस्टॉल किया ना मैं सब कुछ स्टार्ट से किया है।
अच्छा
हम्म
सही।
आप खेलो इसी सीन में बाद में खेलता हूँ इंशाल्लाह आपके साथ ना।
ओके ओके ठीक है। अल्लाह हाफिज।
ओके अल्लाह हाफिज़। मज़ा नहीं आया। तो काफ़ी रहती है ये यूएमपी भी अच्छी है यार मुझे ये। ये मुझे तो इतना अच्छा नहीं लगता फैन पता नहीं आवाम को नहीं कुछ ऐसा। स्कारल डाउनलोड ही नहीं हो रही भाई। स्कारल ये बहुत प्यारी गन है यार, कसम से बहुत प्यारी गन है। ये तो ये लेवल है कसम से। One of my favorite scholars मैं सजेस्ट किया बहुत है। ये स्कॉलर बहुत प्यारी लगती है मुझे। और यहाँ पर किसको नहीं अच्छी लगती है। ये भी बुरी नहीं है वैसे स्कॉलर, पर ये की स्कॉलर सस्ती वाली स्कॉलर मुझे तो आदत अच्छी है उसमें से। आई ये कौन है?
Get ready.
ये मार नहीं डाल रहा मुझे। ये तो अच्छी है, ये तो वैसे ही बहुत सेक्सी है। ज़्यादा नहीं रहती, थोड़ी कमजी रहती है। ज़्यादा होगा थोड़ा रहेगी। मारूंगी। सूट के साथ भी नहीं मारेंगे यार। ये दोनों गन्स बहुत प्यारी हैं, जीपी से जीपी 90 पिंकिश, लेकिन मतलब मजे की लगती है थोड़ी। यार यही चाहता था मैं, कसम से बुरा लगता है। ये भी बहुत अच्छी है। ये भी सेक्सी है, ये भी सेक्सी है। और ये तो वैसे बहुत चौथे सेकंड मैसेज है जिसका नज़र ना भी जा रही है ना, उसकी नज़र जाती है मैसेज पे। जो नॉर्मल गेम खेल रहा हो, जो गेम मैसेज कोई भी ना देख रहा हो। ये क्या दिखा रहा है? टीपी चेंज की साइड में क्या बात हर सीजन एक न्यू गन डाल देते हैं ये लोग काउंटर में हाँ ये जैकसूट है ना डेविल सीरियसली ब्रो गाड़ियों की स्किन्स भी करने डाउनलोड मैच देखते हैं
Winning.
स्टार्ट
But
होता है
beautiful work done from the side of FL.
पोर्टुगल ने 4 मैच उठा लिए कौन सी टीम
Of mistake here.
Definitely, this the mistakes. There is not much of the room for those mistakes. Hora, they have some sort of momentum going on since the map Rondo, so I think they should be capitalizing on top of that. FL, they already lost one of the player, pushing out Dami from his position now. Team Flash, they are known for their aggressive stance. In the meanwhile, while we were talking about this, Napax will finish off 3-1-3, but this time around, Jiggle Hora gets knocked out. Bows low on HP on the back line. Zeus stays with the PP Bison. But a res up is much needed. Jiggle will be confirmed. A nade will go in. Will take down one of the players from Flash bows is down on his knees. Zeus will also get knocked out, and it's the last man standing from the side of Flash. I think this is done and dusted for Flash. Low on HP the player is. Meanwhile, APG also gets eliminated by the side of two players. Are down on 3-1 now. My goodness, what just
Oh
happened?
my goodness.
Win confirming all three players in the doorway. This was least expected. I thought Team Hora was about to finish things off for Team Flash, but that's not.
A bit far away from you, and you guys need to patch up with your remaining teammates. But now, for the time being, the drop fights are a bit on a pause because we've witnessed the same sort of fights that we seen yesterday. You know, R3G against the Hail. R3G took one guy off the Hail, and then Hail abandoned the fight, and then we've seen 3-1-3 against the Napex. But no, look at the kill field. R3G against the Hail. That's not over yet. Hail is picking up one by one every guy of R3G. One guy onto the knees, two guy onto the knees. What is this? Hail is not stopping here. Now down to last man standing, which is R3G Roshan, and seems like the odds are against Team R3G, and Roshan is the only survivor here. Roshan is coming in, trying to kill the enemies, but no, it's over for Team R3G as well. What a excellent gameplay given by the Hail Esports, and showing their aggression on the Team R3G. And this is something we'll...
Hello Blazy.
रिक्वेस्ट ही नहीं चाह रहे हूँ का बड़ी हो
और मैं वो स्ट्रीम कर रहा था उसकी यार, वो मैचेस नहीं देख रहा मैक्सिबल्स वाले, उसकी स्ट्रीम कर रहा था। मैं तो
40 का हेड
40 अभी तक हैश 1 नहीं है।
हाँ वालेकुम।
वालेकुम सलाम, कैसे मोहित?
खेलना है अली भाई?
यार
ठीक है भाई,
मैं तो कह रहा तुम लोग खेलो, मैं तो उधर ही जा रहा हूँ, देख रहा हूँ।
कितने जुड़ने हो?
भाई मेरे पास कुछ नहीं डाउनलोड है,
मैचेस देख रहा हूँ।
अली भाई ग्रुप ज्वाइन कर लो।
मैं वो कर लेता हूँ।
Hi everyone.
हॉक भाई फिलहाल खेल नहीं रहे यार, बाद में खेलते हैं। चल ठीक है, जा रहा हूँ। सी
ओके।
I love to see the team Flash and then Team R3G, both of the teams, you know, these teams play wonderfully. A very good game by both of the teams, but R3G, it's over for Team R3G as well. Usually R3G win the early on drop fights and then eliminate on the second or third fight. But this time, Hail Esports will show no mercy to this team and will win this fight, and it will be over Team R3G as well.
Yes, sir. R3G, another fight, another early elimination for these guys. They've been, again, it's been a difficult scenario for them. But Clutchy, with that grenade, what's going on? Wargay had have a totally different kind of gameplay this time around. Clutchy taking down one more players on the side of E-Arena, and E-Arena this time getting panned by Clutchy. Oh my goodness. Wargay is in a different light this time around. 4 eliminations to their name, and I think they're going to confirm the 5th one as well. But Yangon Galacticos on our screen. So far, not much of the success for these guys. Napex on the side, they're going up against DRX. DRX getting one of the players knocked out. Whole of the DRX is pushing on a solo player. One of the players, Big Mama, is knocked out. The rest of the DRX is pushing forward. Napex, the rest of the team also wanted to join in the fight. There you go. They will push straight onto the knocked player. Rez is undergoing, but at the same time, Domain will control the whole fight with some good grenade. There you go. He has an angle. Shotgun but missing the shot, and Nate comes in. And Sexy will confirm the elimination right down there. DRX Buzz knocked up. Player is still not rezzed up. Buzz, QZZ, I'm sorry. I thought it was Buzz. QZZ is on the back line. Big Mama gets knocked out once again. Hubin is also knocked out. DRX down to 2 men. 2 versus 2 it is. Napex versus DRX it is. Now one good grenade will be able to do the damage. Both of these players are trying to get back into the cover, but again, Napex Precious it is. If he gets that knockdown on Sexy, I think it will be over. It will be over for DRX though.
Yeah, it will be over for Team DRX. Just one good knockout, even though if he get the knockout on the other side of the DRX, the one guy who's throwing up the grenades, even though if he gets any one knockout here, it will be over for Team DRX, because it is a 2v2 fight for the time being, but it will be over once it's become a 1v2 fight, because most elevated angle is on the Napex side, and Napex can do the work here. But now we can see GG against the ASI8, and ASI8 losing their one of their player, and now down to last 3 men standing on the ASI8 side. But Team Wargate, these guys are playing wonderfully. Arena down to last 1 man of standing. But now Napex against the DRX, and this fight isn't over yet. These guys are not stopping here. How did these guys manage to get the revival? Because if you look at the screen, he able to crawl back to his guy and patch up to his guy, and now he's getting up a revival, and he will res up, and he is. And now it was a 2v2 fight, which is now down to 2v3 fight. DRX is on the number advantage, throwing up the utilities, throwing up the grenade. One good precise grenade can do the work here, but no, that's a good grenade. That's a good grenade. But no. it isn't
Close
over
call.
yet. It isn't over yet because DRX is still not stopping. He's closing in. Nepex is closing in against DRX, and this fight is now not over yet because DRX is up and running with 3 men standing with a shotgun. With a shotgun, 1v1 fight
Molotov.
between 2 guys. But what
Oh,
a
another one.
beautiful
Oh, nice.
grenade! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! What a
Third
brutal
party.
knockdown by this guy Nepex. Now it's a third party as well, and Skyforce are here to join the party.
There you go. While Precious was confirming QZZ, a third party happens in DRX, the winners of previous match, they're now down to their last man standing. 2 versus 1 it is. Precious low on HP, and Rex with full HP there he is in the fight. I think that both of these guys have to heal up, and Skyforce will confirm the final elimination onto Sexy. It's over now. Skyforce want to claim that position. They will be going up against 2 players of Napex Esports. They have 7 eliminations to their name. They
क्या कोई मैसेज आया होगा यार, घर आ गई होगी क्यूटी।
हाँ उस्ताद, क्रिकेट खेलने आया हूँ, लगा कर आया हूँ। अपडेट आ गई थी, हो रही होगी, अब तो क्या पता हो भी गई हो।
this early on, but now they from the side of Fourth Life.
Yep, seems like the Skyforce is quite a bit pinched out by the 4 Thrives and Nepex because Nepex is not doing a single move here because these guys are down to last 2 men standing, but 4 Thrives is here and 4 Thrives will do the work. He will eliminate this guy, and now 4 Thrives has 6 eliminations so far after eliminating the team APG. Now they are moving toward the Skyforce. 2 eliminations secured by the team 4 Thrives, and now the team Skyforce down to last 2 men standing. 1 guy is in the warehouse and 1 guy is on the elevated angle, but Falak, look at the positioning of Falak. He's on a very good elevated angle. Riley is below him, and 1 good grenade can do the work here, and he knows the location exactly where the player is, and 1 good grenade,
Nice
1 precise
work.
grenade. What an amazing grenade, a precise, a brutal grenade thrown by the Falak, and he is the man with the
It's over.
golden hand.
Oh,
And 1 more
nice. So
grenade.
close.
Oh my goodness, but this grenade will write the fate of
Oh,
Skyforce, and
आगे
it
चला
will be
गया।
over
Nice.
of Team
Another close
Skyforce,
one.
but no, I think he will res up his player easily.
Yeah, he will rise up the player, but Riley also low on
Rise up,
HP.
rise
Both
up,
of these
thumbnail
guys
also मिल गया।
are, a lot of noise made, so Team 4T get their back lines. Now, rest of the 4T also joins the fray. Napex at 4T joins the fight, otherwise it would have been a little different. There you go. Oh, I got a nade will be thrown from the side of no nade on the
Oh.
Riley to literally assist the game is over for Sky. And team for total of 8 eliminations. No time. It's just 12 minutes into the game, and 2 of the teams eliminated for tries. There you go. Now coming to and Apex is also close by. These will be heard for try
अब आए
more
हो?
cautious in terms of
खेल रहे थे?
these compounds.
हाँ। किधर?
Yep, now we can see Vampire Esports
इतना late हो
against the
गए? कल बोला
Maxebel
था
and
हमें जल्दी
GG.
किया
GG is
करें।
here and Maxebel is nearby as well. Circle took a centralized shift and not much decisive circle. Esport against the GG. Vampire is on a killing spree as well. 4 eliminations so far, 5 eliminations so far, but only 2 men standing. GG will be eliminated wide away, but Maxebels against the Vampire Esports. Vampire Esports down to
किधर
last
गए
2 men standing, but 5 eliminations so far for this team. But Team Maxebel, he's on a good angle, but these guys were chased by the Yangon Galacticos as well. So Yangon Galacticos, so far these guys aren't involved in any sort of fights, but these guys definitely need some of the points, some of the elimination points. Placement points are quite good, but elimination points, these guys need to work on those as well. But Yangon Galacticos up and running with 4 men, and Maxebel with the 4 men as well. So 4 tries also with the 4 men. So only 3 teams are with the 4 men. Now down to last 10 teams alive on this. But Max Joker, look at the kill field. Max Joker will try to eliminate Django Galacticos. 1 point secured by the Maxebel. Hale will be eliminated as well. But Max Blade will do some damage to the Romeo because he knows where he is. But look at this. Look at this. A beautiful knockout by Yangon Galacticos will precisely take one of their player of Maxebels, will take down one guy of the Maxebel, but now moving toward. So they are making sure that this player shouldn't be rezzed by the team Maxebel, but Mernat Bernard is here. Max Blade and Max Dream will give cover to their teammates, but it will easily be this revive can easily happen here because Max Blade is giving up the cover, Dream is giving up the cover. What a beautiful crosshair made by the team. Yangon Galacticos. A precise crosshair can do the work here.
कौन से गाड़ी हैं वो
Yeah, the meanwhile,
डबल लेंगे
team of Flash, they also
वैसे फेमस
fray from the back lines. They take all the players from the side of Team Max. Within no time, Maxwell is down to their players are down now. Invader is also out, and I think Team won't be able to res up.
Yep, so Maxebel will raise up one of his player, Max Blade, but Max Joker will be eliminated by the Team Yangon Galacticos, or either it will be by Team Flash. Team Flash down to last 3 men standing. 5 eliminations so far. 4 tries will take down one of the player of the Nepex as well, and Nepex is quite in a bit challenging moment right now with 7 eliminations so far. ASI 8 with 0 elimination. 1 guy on the knees, 1 guy is still up and running. So 2 men and the ASI 8 side as well. But Maxebels, these guys were playing good, but in the meantime, these guys lost 2 of their players in an instant. But Noki will do the work here, and Nepex is done and dusted for Team Nepex as well. Nepex will go to the lobby. 8 teams are remaining on the field of Erangel. It's the stage 3 circle, and I would say it is one of the fastest match we've ever seen in the Maxibel
There you go.
Invitational event. And now, Yangon Galacticons against the Vampire Esports.
Vampires, even being 2 months standing, they're still going for the fight, and this time around, some good utility usage we are seeing. Murnat being on an off angle can be a surprise factor for Jiwi while he's pushing inside the compound. A lot of UMP fires being heard as well. One of the players from Yangon is knocked out. Meanwhile, Romeo will take down Nuzi, and now is down to Giwi. A crossfire being held, and there you go. Yangon confirming those 2 eliminations. Vampires out and about, and Team Yangon Galacticos with 4 total eliminations, and they will definitely res up their player. But Maxibels on the other side, they were the one that got hurt the most in this very process, and they lost 2 of their players. Now ASXI8 realizing this could be an opportunity where they can collect some elimination points for themselves, but the backline's got to be careful. Team 4T could be a problem for these guys as well, as 4T have already joined the fray. 2 of the players are there. Casanova will be confirmed right then and there, and Falak will confirm the elimination. Now down to Iron, last man standing, and Team 4T, they have claimed that position where a moment ago Casanova was holding on for Team I8. Now Iron, solo survivor, I don't know what kind of damage he'll be able to put onto 4T, but even though in this process if he takes down one of the players from the side of 4T, still this will be enough. But 4T, now they're in my opinion, their more of attention is onto this compound where Yangon is holding on to, and if Yangon takes one of the knockouts here, I think it will get very difficult for them to hold on to this pressure and hold on to this push that 4T might be able to do on these guys.
दोस्तों के साथ थोड़ा टाइम
Yep. Now we can also see Arena against the Wargate team. Arena is not over for the Arena. These guys are waiting for taking their revenge because Wargate team is still in some close vicinity of Team Arena. Last man standing of Arena, quite a huge damage given by Team Wargate to the Team Arena. But now 4 tries against the Yangon Galacticons. We can see only the 4 tries, I would say, is the most strongest candidate to get the chicken dinner here, with all 4 men up and running. These 4 men are playing very wonderfully. But now we can see Yangon Galactica. What did you guys do here? You guys has a good apartment. You guys had a good opportunity to hold that compound. But you can see Flash will take down last player of the ASI8, and now only 6 teams are remaining. Blade will do some damage. Dream will do some damage, and Yangon Galacticos will face some of the chip damage. But now right now they are on a good position. Will do some healing, and now will back to on their vehicle and move toward the zone. But Maxibels, these guys are in a good position for the time being. But Team 4 Thrives, these guys will be moving toward the zone, and look at the positioning of Noki. Noki is coming up, and Noki can do much damage to the Yangon Galacticons as compared to the Maxibel. So Yangon Galacticons quite a bit pinched out within 2 teams, and it will be a bit difficult for Yangon Galacticons to move toward the zone. But it's the stage 4 circle, and it's not quite challenging to move toward the stage 5 or 6 because only a couple of teams are remaining, 6 teams are remaining, and not much crowd in this area, so these guys can easily move toward the zone. But Clutchy and Max Villa, we can see on the side of Wordgate, are against the E-Arena, and E-Arena, that guy singly handling both of the teams, Team Flash, Team Wordgate. So E-Arena all appreciates to the team Arena. This guy is still remaining and surviving out there in the fields of Erangel and still facing the Vertigo. Vertigo seems to be chasing down that last
Oh, look
guy
at that
of
circle shift.
Arena and still not leaving that guy alone.
Yep, definitely. Arena being chased by Maxwell, by Wargate, but Wargate now down to the final player, final solo survivor. And I think he won't be able to survive for any longer because blue zone damage is going to be a lot. And he might will get bleed out and there will be a quick elimination of this team. But Zeus getting some shots coming from the side of Maxwell this time around. Maxwell, they have a position close to the the rocky hillside of prison. So again, it's all down to how Maxwell plays this position because this position will be claimed by multiple of these teams. 40 slowly and steadily make it to the other end of the prison hill, and I think this time around they will have a control of this side for their name. There is no one in the back which they should be worried about. Very few players are alive, but FL win, the clutcher from the previous fight up against Hora, confirms one of the players from Maxwell and another one will be taken by Zeus. So Team Flash with 9 eliminations, they're also giving a hard time, I think. And it will be an interesting fight between the top 2 contenders aiming for that first spot. While Team 40 already quite ahead with only with 11 eliminations this time around. So I think they're sitting on 119 points now. Even though FL takes the chicken dinner with, let's say, 10 or 12 points, it won't be able to catch up with the lead that 40 has already stacked up.
Exactly, but in the meantime, we can see Yangon Galacticons are also the contenders of getting the winner chicken dinner in this match because these guys have 4 eliminations so far with 3 men up and running, but 4 tries. These guys has the best positioning in this match. These guys are on a good split, but all these guys need to do is to just move up to the zone. Noki is already on the zone area. He knows what are the best location to move toward the zone, but Noki will be traced down by the Yangon Galacticons, but won't be able to do much damage. It's the stage 6 circle, and Romeo needs to move up to the circle because this zone will give him some serious damage. Vargebilla moving toward the zone, but he won't be able to make it, seems like, because it's gonna be stage 6 and it will be over for team Varge as well. Seems like he's playing with the tag of Max, but seems like Varge isn't gonna survive here and he will be done and dusted by the zone. But 14 knocking out the Yangon Galacticals, and 2 guys are down to their knees, now down to last man standing. And only one guy remaining on the YG side, and it will be over for the team
No
YG as
way,
well. Now
third
down to
party.
2 top contenders, and
Third
now
party.
FL versus 4 tries. And
उधर मर
seems
भी गया
like
था
FL is in a good
40 के 2
favor. FL seems to be the strongest candidate of getting the chicken dinner here. And FL,
बच भी
look
गया
at these guys, look at these guys. Seems like 4 tries losing this fight. 2 versus 3 situation between 4 tries and Team Flash.
Yep, there you go. First knockout. And in the meanwhile, IQ also gets a lot of damage from the side of FL. And Flash finally gets a bit of a chicken dinner with 14 total eliminations to the.
दोनों मर गए दोनों ने चश्मा ऐसा नहीं है क्या ऐसा निकालना ज़्यादा फ्री नहीं होना ऐसा फनी है थोड़े से चिल गए का ऐसा थोड़े से पापा को पता ही नहीं है मामा घर पे ही नहीं है पापा ऑफिस है पापा आज उधर गए हुए हैं लड़के को लेके गए हैं रक्षा सी करवाने जो ऑफिस वाला है वर्कशॉप वाला फोन ही आज कोई नहीं है पास है मामा भी फोन दे दिए अपना मसला हो गया जी
अच्छी बात कर दी है शुक्रिया अच्छी बात कर ये पता नहीं शुक्रिया आपका यार आपको
क्या बात है आप नमाज पढ़ने गए क्यों गए
अभी हम कह रहे हमें तो वहाँ लग जाते हैं चलो घर चलो यार क्या यार लेकिन ये घर चलो और वो कहता अभी हमको घर छोड़ के सारे में घर छोड़ के हमने कहा नहीं लेकिन मैं इसको निकाल के
अब ये ना तो मुझे तो भाई मेरे घर के सामने तो आर के आना
चलो मैं चुप रहा हूँ मेरे
आप चुप करके बैठे थे आप कैसे हैं
मैं बातें करते रहे
आप लेकिन चुप बैठे
अभी
थे
खराब बातें करते रहे कोई बात नहीं है
किसी के पीछे
बाबा
उसकी खराब
मजा
बातें नहीं
आता है
करते तो मारता नहीं यार क्या होगा
सही
देखो
वाला
दली दोनों गन्ने बिल्कुल सेम है ना लेकिन अलग अलग आई हुई हैं देखो बिल्कुल सेम है कोई भी डिफरेंस नहीं है
सुना
क्या
कुछ नहीं
कुछ खानी है आपने मैं सुन लिया वैसे यार कुछ उसमें
चला गया वो हमने लाइक किया सारा खत्म नहीं होगा मैंने कहा 3 10 बजे ना 3 के बाद सारे बजे
आपने कितने पढ़े हैं?
बड़ा किसी को चाहिए तुरंत मैंने नहीं किया
बीच में से छोड़ छोड़ के
नहीं
पढ़ते
नहीं
थे
हमने कहा सुबह में पढ़े थे ना सारे छुट्टी वाले में सारे बच्चे ने कोई दो सारे जो पढ़े हुए थे क्या किया छह वो 3 4 बार आ गया हमने क्या सारे थे ना पर साइड पे वो करने बाबा ने देखा बाबा बैठ गया तो ये बैठ गया तो ना तो मैंने कहा क्या रात में मैंने कहा फिर ना बाबा इसमें पढ़ने है ना ये पढ़ने है ना मैंने नहीं पढ़ने है मैं कब पढ़े अब तो आपने यही सारा ही पढ़ा मैंने कहा मैं इसको पढ़े देना है वो
सही भाई शुगर बाबा भी कोई ज्यादा ही समझदार बंदा था
अब मैंने कहा मैं आपको टाइप करता हूँ शुरू से अभी मैं क्या शुरू टाइप में आ गया प्राइवेट आ गया मजा ही आ रहा है बच्चे नहीं अच्छा है वैसे मुंह बाबा ना मुंह उसके बाद ऐसे ऐसे हो जाए क्या कर बच्चे नहीं ऐसे यार तो ये बाबा ऐसे लगे बाबा सुनाने लग गया बच्चे ने हंसी आ रही है ऐसे बच्चे को बाबा देखी बाबा ऐसे बच्चे तो काटो आए थे उनके ना हमें लगा उनके बाप भी तो है ना बड़े होंगे बाबा भी बड़े बाबा के भी अब्बू मुझे लगा लेकिन वो बाबा की छोटे भाई उनकी यार जितनी सी बात
और तो फिर काली हो ये कर लेते हैं यार सब इसमें
वहाँ मुझे लगे यार तो काफी आती थी मुझे नहीं तो देखना है वैसे देखेंगे यार कैसे लगा उसकी वजह से मुझे लगा मेरा पहले बता काफी वजह से है पूरा गाना है और ये बताओ हमारा गाना है
इंजॉय तो लेकिन आपने किया है पता चल रहा है भाई तो और क्या
यार हम कह रहे थे ना हमारी किसी भी खत्म नहीं हुई इसको खत्म किया ना मैंने फुल टाइम में वापस पूछा इस खत्म भी है तो
कोई नहीं खैर और यार इतना ज्यादा मस्ता नहीं है
यार मैं
अच्छा
भी आया हूँ यार आपकी
अच्छा
वाले दिया नहीं होता मैं जोड़ दिया खेल में होता है यार तो मैं दिया मैं किधर ये हम लोग गाड़ी पे आए मेरा ये नहीं अली को जानते तो नहीं
अच्छा जी
मैंने
क्या लेवल था मतलब चाचे का?
चाचू नहीं है
बाबा
बाबा कहाँ से आ गए?
फिर किसकी बात कर रहे हैं?
गाड़ी तो वापस नहीं लेके जाएगा गाड़ी चलाने में आती भैया हम ले गए थे गाड़ी को। वो आई भी वहीं से लेने गए घर में चलाने में नहीं है तेल वगैरह भी नहीं गए देख के वो मैंने तो नहीं किया बस अब बोतल में तो इसे कोको कोला
बुक मतलब आपने सही पाई होगी
आपने
आपने
नहीं
तो।
नहीं पाई हमें मिला क्या असल में मैंने कहा हमने कहा ऐसे बिना खाते हैं मैंने कहा तो चल थोड़े से दो चार बन वाली यार ये बन वाली दो वो खाया हाँ भाई 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 हाँ तो मैं वो मेरे से जाना है खाना वो तूने खाना कितना हाँ मैंने डाल तो एंड बैग मैंने बस कर दी उसके बाद डाली डाली वो तो डालना डाल मैं कब जाऊँगी
तो दे था कहाँ थी?
ये मम्मा
मैं परेशान हो गया था मैंने कहा आज जल्दी को क्या हो गया है? फिर मैंने कहा जल्दी शायद ग्राउंड में खेल रहा होगा। तुमने क्या बताया था ड्रामे करने के बाद?
ये वजह ना बच बच रही है तो पहले भी कहा आपने जानने में का चीज़ आ रहा है जानने में उसके लिए वीडियो आ रही है जा जा और करें
मैं भी
तो सारे अपने देखा उसमें किसी बच्चे का काम नहीं है बोल भी है तो कुछ भी करना है चलो मेरे अपना अपना जिला करना मतलब कि है
क्या हो गया सीधा ही लेवल कर दिया लड़के ने।
मैंने क्या किया मैं मैसेज किया मैंने कहा सब मैंने कहा ये मैंने
तो ऐसा मुझे मना किया फिर क्यों गए?
दूसरे कल ब्रांच वाले बताया ठीक है दूसरी बात मैंने कहा ये नहीं हम जाने नहीं ठीक है मैंने कहा फिर वो मान नहीं रहा था बंदा भी कहता नहीं आज मैं कल नहीं आज मैंने कहा मैं कसम नहीं करूँ कसम ये बिरयानी लगे हमें समझ बिरयानी खाने कराची आई थी मैंने कहा हमें बिरयानी खानी गए और बिरयानी चावल
Their name.
कल फिर बनाया था
King.